Everybody, my name is Kahagamura. It's nice to see you guys again. Today we are going to continue playing Lucid9 Inciting Incident. Are you guys excited? I am in a way because it's finally like from yesterday where we left off, we have one evidence. We finally have one evidence about the murder cases happening in the area, and you know, that's a start. That's a start. So hopefully today we'll get another evidence after the amusement park scene. Hopefully. So yesterday what happened is that we started investigating around the school with the prompt of Shigure, our boss. And then while we were investigating in the school, we found out that there are 3 students that have been already missing from the academy. The first victim have been missing for 8 days. The second victim was been missing for 5 days, and then the newest one has been missing for 2 days. All of them live in the dorm inside the academy provided by the academy. And you know, usually most dorms, they have curfews to protect their students. The dorms in the academy also have their own curfew, which is around 11:30 p.m. And but by that time, you should have signed your name to verify that you're inside the dorm. You know, that you're not missing or you're not outside. You know, it's to verify your presence. That you're excuse me, that you're already inside the dorm by the time you reach by the time it reached 11:30. But apparently, these 3 missing students, were all signed in. They were all there. Their identity was verified that they were inside the dorm by 11:30. But for some reason, they were gone. Kidnapped, perhaps, and then had been somewhere. I'm not gonna say the word because just in case YouTube will not allow it. Although the whole game itself is really dark and sad. You know, since it's a psychological horror game. Sometimes I forget that it's a horror game because of how the story is being told to us. There's a lot of like comedic lines and conversations between characters. So it's really funny. Anyway, I want you guys to read and understand the trigger warning that I have put, because it's important that you guys know it, because I don't want you to put yourself in a situation that you don't want to, you know, anything that would lead you guys to feel uncomfortable. That's something that I don't want to happen. I want to keep this space to be safe. Yeah, and nothing that triggers anyone. So again, I am going to read the trigger warning that I have placed on the screen. It says the game includes heavy, dark, depressing scenes that may trigger anyone. So if you guys are not okay with it, you can leave the stream. It's okay. You don't have to watch it. I will understand 100%. Some scenes depict feelings of hopelessness and loss, which implicates two S word and another S word. Okay? There is a descriptive narrative of murder and crime. So, viewer discretion is advised. 100%. Okay? Guys, I just want to make sure all of you are safe. So, if you feel like this type of games is not your cup of tea, or if you feel like, oh, I'm not comfortable with this, that is fine. I'm not forcing anybody to watch it, okay? Anyway, how are you guys? I forgot to ask. I keep on forgetting to ask you guys, how are you? I hope your day has been doing great. My day has been pretty much the same. Work, same repetitive schedule. I guess the only thing that has changed today is I made like a girl dinner makeshift pasta. It's not even a pasta because I didn't use pasta noodles. I used regular instant noodles. But I have an old mushroom soup sitting inside our fridge. It's not a mushroom soup. It's a mushroom soup base, but I made it into a gravy for the fried chicken that I made. Because you need to have sauce, a dip for your chicken, right? So I made gravy with the mushroom soup. So, and we still have like not a tiny amount, but enough amount left, and it's sitting there inside the fridge. And I thought, how am I going to use this? So I decided to use it as a sauce, and I put noodles on it. Just the noodles, just the ramen, not the powder inside the packet of the instant noodles. Just the noodles itself. Because I don't have pasta. And it's easier to use the instant noodles because it cooks quicker, and there's no fancy things going on. So it tastes really good, guys. It tastes really, really good. I like edited a little bit of the sauce, and I added salt and pepper. I also added MSG, soy sauce, and oyster sauce. Really, really good. I was so surprised when I tasted it, but it's really good. It's my cup of tea. So anyway, that's like the only thing that has changed in my day today. And I hope you guys have been able to like try new recipes as well, just like me, because why not? Simple joys in life, right? We all deserve it. You guys deserve it. So should we start the game? Yesterday, the kids, they all went to the amusement park. So we're going to continue there. They had a lot of fun. Went to laser tags, went to some robot tech fight. We also did learn something really like dark about the character past. But yeah, so far they're just having fun. I feel like this game is like buttering us up, preparing us for cooking. That's what it feels like. Like how do you say it again? Like, enjoy it while it lasts. Like, they're trying to pour all of the happy things all at once, and then they're gonna dump us the heaviest topic right after. That's what it feels like. And I'm scared to admit that sometimes I feel like someone is going to die. Someone from the friend group is going to die. I don't know who. I really want to imagine it, because I don't want anyone to die, but it's impossible for that to not happen. It's a visual horror game, psychological horror game. And if you compare it to other like anime that is also psychological horror, it is bound to happen. Even in other games, it is bound to happen. A side character will die. And I don't know who, and I don't want to think about it because it's making me sad. But anyway, let's not think about it for now. Let's just enjoy and watch them have fun with each other. It's the first time that all of them have joined and have fun together, because they're not all in the same circle of friends, but because of this event, us being asked by Shigure to bring our friends for, to help search the school for evidence, it was an opportunity for us to gather and have fun together. So it's really nice. It's really nice, and also very, very concerning. I just hope that things will end well. That's all. Hello, White Cat. Sorry, my throat. Yeah, we're having fun right now. They are having fun right now. But I feel like it's all gonna end soon. I'm scared for the kids. But anyway, let's continue. You said last is the Ferris wheel, right? So let's just continue from top to bottom. Tower drop, let's go. Let me relax my throat. I need to be prepared for this. Anyway, I forgot to ask, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. Taking care of yourself, good care of yourself, and resting when needed. I hope you're resting right now, so. I keep on forgetting to ask everybody how's their day. So I'm trying to change that by now. Hey. Several terrified screams from nearby turned my attention to a tower of twisted metal that seems to stretch to the sky. Masato eagerly nudges me in the ribs, pointing frantically at said tower of twisted metal. Oh, what is this? Hey, Yama, you and me. Wait. Okay. Oh, you're recovering from a slight cold. Oh. Are you taking medicine? I have a home remedy for cold and sore throat. Drinking warm honey water. That's what I do. So, although I'm not, forcing you to try it, but maybe it will help. Maybe. Not unless you don't like honey, so that's okay too. But I hope you get better soon. Hope your voice is fine too. Maybe you can take it easy today. I don't know. I mean, my throat hurts still, but I'll try not to force my voice into voice acting. Although I've never been voice acting or giving voiceovers to anyone, but yeah, I'll try to take it easy today. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear it, but my voice is like really, really gruffy right now. But it's okay. I'm okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Uh, hey Yama, you and me. What? The tower drop, man. Oh, is that the one that goes up and then suddenly drops down? Like a gyro drop? That's what they call it, right? Gyro drop. I took extra sleep and some simple throat remedy. Oh, okay, okay. That's good, that's good. If you feel like resting early, you can do that too. Use my voice as ASMR. I try not to scream, but I cannot promise. Yeah, that's good. That's good though. That's good to hear. I admire your dedication to your stereo reading. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I love streaming. When there are times that I couldn't stream, I tend to miss it. I really like streaming. I don't know. Just something that I enjoy doing for some reason. It's kind of comforting in a way, at least in my opinion. With no viewers or with viewers, it doesn't matter. I just enjoy doing it. So I thank you so much for joining the stream every day, every time. Yeah. Thank you so much. No. There are more elegant ways of suicide, you know? Okay, am I allowed to say that here? Oh no. It ain't suicide. It'll be awesome. Please don't report me. Don't report. Clearly, his definition of awesome vastly differs from mine, or any sane person's definition of awesome. Have fun. You gotta come with me. What? Why? It's destiny, man. Can't you hear it calling you? The ground is calling me more. Stop babying around. Think of it this way. Gravity's acceleration is 9.8 meters per second squared, and the tower's maybe 125 meters high. If you plug it in to figure out the ending velocity of a falling object, we get the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 125, which is 1,225, and that gets us 49.5. Bam! Our ending velocity is 49.5 meters per second downward, neglecting air resistance, of course. Then, we plug that into the time equation. To get the time, we gotta divide our velocity numbers by gravity numbers. We don't need that, Masato. So, for 49.5 divided by 9.8, which give us something around 5.05 seconds. That all means that if the tower breaks, you'll only be terrified out of your wits or 5.05 seconds before you die a quick and painless death. I don't think I need that information, Masato. I know things. That's really reassuring. Still, this sudden display of intelligence leaves everyone in shocked silence. Masato easily grasps me by the arms and lugs me to the tower. Sometimes I think that Masato's a lot smarter than I give him credit for. He is smart. It's Masato, you know? I feel an impending sense of doom as the attendant straps me in the tower seat, leaving my legs dangling in the air. I don't see why anyone would do this for fun. Being terrified is fun, man. I guess so. I mean, some people are adrenaline seekers. Maybe Masato is the same. Yeah, masochist. My stomach ledges into my throat as our seats begin to rise. I note that there's a hyperventilating girl to my left, and further down, a kid looks like he's about to vomit. Eh, you should calm down, man. You look like a little Habiki. Habi what? Habiki, my bro, 8 years old. Oh, I didn't know you had a little brother. Got lots of them and more to spare. 4 little tykes to look after. Ah, wait a minute. 4 siblings? You really didn't know? Who in their right mind would have 5 children? 8 technically, but the older ones are in college. You realize that you just make things more outrageous, right? How could 2 people possibly take care of 8 children? It's preference, Yama. Maybe they can. Yeah, it's also very sensitive to say that too, you know. You're saying that Ma and Pa didn't raise us, right? Well, honestly, if every member of their family is as capable as Masato, I'd be terrified of how much power they'd have. What was it like growing up? Oh, it was amazing. We learned how to fight tooth and nails for our survival. Is that psychologically healthy? How did you survive? Competitions, man. Competitions are the answer to everything. Things are beginning to make a lot more sense. So, you have to fight for your food when you were a baby? Nah, Ma fed me then. What about when you were a toddler? Oh, come on. No Kuroganes let another Kurogane starve. What? Then why did you have competitions at all? Eh? I get you now, Yama. I kind of was thinking, you know. Why don't you try at anything? But I get it now. It's because you don't want anything. Something about his words cuts deeper than I expected. What does that have anything to do with food competitions? Easy. We all wanted desserts, so we all fought for them. So you split the regular food, but fought for treats? Split, sorry, it's not split. Yep. If nothing, I guess so. If you want your rewards, you work hard for it. I guess so. I guess so. If nothing else, talking with Misato helps distract me from the dizzying plunge beneath my feet. I search for more questions to keep my mind occupied. How did your parents manage to feed 8 children? The older one works, including me. Oh, Masato is working. You have a job? Rock is my job. You get paid? I get a scholarship. Same thing. Oh, true. How will you pay for college? Also scholarship. I need a full ride, nothing less can do. I can't help but feel undeservedly privileged. I've never had to worry about money, even during Isamu's down point. Is that what all your siblings have done? It's the Kurogane tradition, man. Maya's the oldest. She trained herself in taekwondo till she could work and pay for her own lessons. Got a scholarship to Seoul Uni after she won nationals. Ooh, and Yudai, she's second oldest, prodigy at piano. Played in the music shop cause Ma and Pa ain't got one. Happened to run into some dude from Juilliard. Wow! And next thing you know, he's got a plane ticket to New York. Nice! I slouched in shock. From the sound of it, the Kuroganes could conquer the universe if they so desired. So what? Here it comes, man! Brace yourself! He clutches to his armrest as our seat begins to plummet to the ground. While I've never had a huge aversion for heights, the sudden change of momentum twists my gut into knots. The vertigo throws me into nausea as wind screams past my ear and into my hair. Yeah! After a long moment, we finally reach the bottom, somehow still in one piece. No, that's a ride. A ride straight to hell. The instant the attendant releases us, I bolt back to the comfort of safety on shaky knees. Well, it's only the two of them. Well, look who's back. Haha, shut up. But you look like you were having so much fun. Wanna go, Rui? Huh? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Actually, I think she would love to go. Come on, Rui. No, I'm very much fine. Hey, Yama, let's pick something. I don't mind waiting if you really want to go on. Mickey, then? I smirk at her obvious discomfort, but obligingly turn back to the map. Let's go. Masato family seems like a happy family, something that challenges Yama's worldview, I guess. I guess so. I'm not sure if Yama still have his parents, but he does live alone in that house. In a apartment, I think. He does live alone, so I'm not sure where his parents are at or any of his relatives. But yeah, maybe. You do sound like a healthy family. Or yeah, they do sound like a healthy family. But I'd still like to think that there's something. I don't know why, but my mind will keep on like, oh, it's happy, but no, don't believe, don't trust. This is horror game, you know? I want to believe that Masato's family is healthy and happy, but for some reason, a part of me doesn't want to believe in it. I don't know why. I guess I want to put them all in a black, dark background. That will make me cry and sad once I figure it out, I guess. Extreme carousel, let's go. It sounds like the... Wait, I cannot wait. Let me just drink water. Oh. Wait, I don't know what that means. Antithesis? It's not AT. I don't know. Let me just search it up. A person or thing that is directly opposite of someone. Oh, yeah. Sounds like... I guess so. Wait. How do you pronounce it?
Antithesis.
Antithesis. Okay. It's like the antithesis of the background story for the characters. Maybe. I mean, maybe some of them do have happy families, you know? To, I guess, balance things out. Because there are too many characters. It's not impossible that some of them have dark stories and then some of them have okay and then some of them have happy. I guess so. Ooh, Cap, do you see that? I look to where she's rapidly waving her arms and find myself staring at a little carousel. Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming. No, behind it. Behind it? I look upward. Behind the kid-friendly circle of ponies is a much larger, much taller carousel with its seat rising into the air as it spins. And the seats are dragons? We can fly to the 7 seas and beyond, Cap. Who wouldn't want to do that? Probably someone afraid of heights, which no one in the group seems to be. Well, what are you guys' thoughts? Sounds great. You're exempt. You're agree to everything Akira says. I so do not. I say we go for it. Trying new things is always a great idea. Doesn't look all that exciting to me, but I got worse. I get to have a dragon for a minion? I look to Irie and Elizabeth, but they only shrug. Great. Time to ride the spinning wheel of death. It's got to be safer than a roller coaster, right? We trot briskly, a little too briskly for my taste, to the line where Akira points excitedly at the carousel. Hey, Rui, do you see what I see? I look to where she's pointing, a couple seat, of course. I don't know what you're saying. Why, you and Cup should ride together, of course. Why would I ride with Yama? He's so fat. Lies. Excuse me? I'm sure she just meant to say that you're big boned, Cap. That's definitely not what surprised me. I honestly don't see anything of Yama's that can be called fat. So unfair, he doesn't even exercise. I do, on occasion. Yeah, when all the planets align and the blue moon rises. He was fit as a bull when he was in track. You could be a real hotshot if you join track again, Cap. And why would I do that? Good aim with firearm is important. She didn't mean that kind of hotshot, Irie. Then what does she mean? The attendant chooses the moment to rise the barrier. Dewey snaps to attention with a grin that's a little too shiny. Oh boy! Wow! Guess it's time to go. We sure don't want to hold up the line. I really feel like stretching my legs, like elephant leg room. Solo pad for me. Before anyone else in the group can blink, she immediately leaps into a one-person dragon seat and straps herself in. Behind her, floods of people push past us, struggling to secure the best spots. Clearly, Rui hasn't watched enough dramas to know what happens when you defy fate. What happens? I have no clue. I haven't watched enough dramas either. You die, murdered in cold blood. That's a different drama. Right? Oh, sorry. Right. That's how you read it. Right. You know, you and Rui are like really bad depth perception. You look like you're really close, but you're actually not. This might be a novel concept, but Rui and I are independent people. Sometimes we like to do things on our own. But why do things on your own? Why do something on your own when you can do it together? He's trying to push them together. That sounds really unhealthy. Just because you can do something together doesn't mean you should. You should. You strike me as the kind of person who doesn't like to ask for help, Cap. Yeah, he kind of doesn't, though. That's true. That's really random. Not really. See, there's this kind of people who would say, just because you can do something alone doesn't mean you should. That means that they can't do anything on their own. Oh, I don't think it's that. What's the point of life if you never affect other people? This conversation is taking an interesting turn. I lean in despite myself. I lean in despite myself? What do you mean by that? Well, if you live as a hermit in the Alps and you don't do a single thing, then the world would be the exact same whether you live or die. So shouldn't you always be looking to affect other people? I guess that depends on the person. Interesting. The crazy Akira has thoughts like this. You can end up you can end up having a negative impact. So no, not really. Think about the difference of impact between Stalin versus, I don't know, some random citizens who buys a homeless guy for who buys a homeless guy some coffee. What is Stalin? But either way, that random citizen was still affecting humanity. True. Doing everything alone seems lonely. I pause at that. Yes. Yes, it really does. Hey, you two might want to hurry up before all the seats are taken. We're on it, Highness. But when I look up, I notice that all of the solo spaces are occupied, leaving only coupled vehicles. Well, this should be pretty simple. Akira and I can ride together, negating the risk of putting up with some idiot stranger. Akira, which one do you want? Eh? We're boarding together? What? You'd rather be with a stranger? I always enjoy the opportunity to make someone's day a little more surreal. Usually I'd believe her, but something about her seems unusually fidgety. Come on, I'm not putting up with some random kid who'll barf all over me. I hook my arms around her and pull her into the nearest two-seater. A nice golden dragon with overly long lashes to make it look distinctly feminine. She promptly sits down, face completely blank, and I strap the seatbelt over us. She doesn't say a single word, even when I'm done preparing the vehicle. What's wrong? On the contrary, what's right? Pardon? Nothing. She turns her head and stares resolutely out the window so I can't see her face. I wait for her to start some random conversation, but she says nothing. Akira? No response. The attendant drops by our car and closes the door. She takes one look at Akira, one look at me, and raises an eyebrow. Girlfriend mad? She seems to be saying. Oh no. I tried to shake my hands in the universal no, this is not my girlfriend. But she seems to take it as I swear I didn't do anything wrong, and only shakes her head as she walks away. Did I make Akira mad? Akira, are you mad? No. Oh, okay. More silence. Another attendant's voice drones on as the beginning procedure of the ride. Still nothing from Akira. So, how's life? No response. Akira might as well have turned into stone. The ride starts up in a cranky whirl, and our vehicle begins to pick up speed, rising into the air. We ascend for a few moments, stopping at a nice intermediate point. Around 10 feet off the ground? How high are you guys going? Having fun? Still nothing. What's going on? Hey, Akira. And they're off. What fine specimens of Draconus Rex gracing the ring. It's no secret that the crowd's favorite is the famous Freddy, world champion for the past 120 season of the Dragon Races. Why, at this very moment, we can see money exchanging hands, because in this fictional world, betting is totally not illegal. I have no clue where this is coming from, but somehow it's a relief. I'll take a weird Akira over a quiet Akira any day. Still, it doesn't take a genius to notice that she's completely ignoring me. She won't even glance in my direction. Because she likes you. Yama, she likes you, okay? You have a clue earlier, okay? From Yahiko. And Mickey. Okay. So, Akira, come on, Freddy. I didn't raise you to be a loser. Win this race or I'm grounding you for a month. She leans forward and slams a firm hand on the neck of our dragon, which startles me. Which startles me. Our speed flies higher as if in response. That's more like it. Show me that my life savings spent on JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrots will pay dividends. Aren't carrots for horses? Some dragons are vegetarian. Are you mocking their dietary sacrifices? I really didn't peg you as such a dragonist person. I guess so. Some dinosaurs are herbivores, so maybe some dragons are also vegetarian. Maybe. I what? You see, I am the esteemed Sir Angle, trainer of dragons worldwide, and you are just insignificant little Sir Caraway. Why those names? I'm Angle because I want to be an angel, but no matter how close I get, I can't. And you're Caraway because whenever you have a care, you throw it away. True! Call him out, Akira. Let's go. At this, Akira seems to renew her determination to ignore me because she turns forward again, renewing the scolding of her erstwhile dragon. Freddy, you must redeem yourself. There's rising newcomers on the scene, you know. Backwater talents like Rika, Liftable, and Hogan are taking their respective nations by storm. Don't tell me that your age is getting to you. I mean, he's been around for at least 120 years apparently. That's pretty old by my standards. The end is in sight. Go for the finish, Freddy. But just as she stands up, no, why? No, that's one thing you don't do in moving rides. You don't stand up. You don't stand up, but just as she stands up in her seat, only to be stopped by a belt and waves one arm dramatically forward, the right begins to slowly lower, pulling back in speed. You don't stand up in rides, guys. That's the most dangerous thing you can do. You don't do that. Don't ever do that. Akira is role play that I know. I know. I think that's like a way for her to like hide her feelings. I really want to know more about her now. Why did she choose this as a coping mechanism? Why? What happened, Akira? But it's very interesting though. That, like why? No! But yes, our time on the ride has come to an end, judging from the deceleration. This seems to push Akira into a frenzy. I should have known. If you are what you eat, then Freddy just became a JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrot. And no race can be won by a JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrot. That is such a mouthful. She still doesn't look at me even as she unlocks the seatbelt and jumps out of the vehicle. I barely catch her arm as she leaves. Hey Akira, what's the big deal? You let go of that arm, Kat. She suddenly sounds very, very serious. I let go of her arm. You're avoiding me, aren't you? Avoiding your face is very different from avoiding you, Kat. What's that supposed to mean? It means that it's time to meet up with the others. She bounds away before I can stop her. Great. Guess I'll have to follow along. The rest of the group has reconvened by the map. some noticeably more thrilled than others. How was it really being in a pod by yourself? Oh, not you too, Miki. Akira, how was it for you? Me? Uh, mm, well, I had fun. I sat in a pod with this kid who I convinced to check out Grover Mecker. Let's go! More viewers. Yeah, I'm sure it was good and all, but why don't we do something more exciting? The clamor of the group is starting to get to me, so I focus on Masato's statement. What do you suggest you try? Uh, you pick something, man. Things. The delegation at its finest. Right. Guess it's time to take another look at this map. Okay, tech showcase. My eyes are drawn to a large, oddly shaped building at the center of the map. It's clearly the biggest attraction in the park. What exactly do they have at this tech expo? You mean, what don't they have? You can pretty much find every Lemniscate device on display there. Even their new text that hasn't been released yet. Considering the building size, I can see how they can accommodate it all. It says here they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for read? I double check to see whether I read that correctly. Surely they don't mean what I'm thinking, do they? What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining what this WID is? WID is just an acronym for Wall Electronic Energy Director. It's a new Lemniscate cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket even without a battery. Battery? Run power from a wall socket even without a battery. Do you just stick it into the wall socket or what? Or like cord? Will there be a cord? How does that work? That sounds like underwhelming feature to be so hyped about. We should go. This is an opportunity to introduce you to the world of technology, Yama. I feel like you just want to go for this speed. What is this? Not at all. I only suggest this for your sake. If you stay ignorant about today's technological innovations, you're no better than a Neanderthal. They did invent the wheel, so it's not like they weren't smart. In response to my sarcasm, Misaki looks me dead in the eye. Oops, sorry. It's the same glare she used to give me before she dragged me somewhere against my will. We're going. And just as I predicted, she takes a hold of my arm, pulling me towards the direction of the expo. What about the others? Oh, I'm sure they'll follow. No need to worry about them. A cell phone with a 2 or 3 pin socket attached to it. Oh, okay, kind of like the ones with the laptop but without the box on it. I sound like an idiot. Yeah, like a direct cord. Like that without the okay, maybe. Oh god, I'm like Yama. I feel like an idiot. I'm like Yama for sure. I guess so. I mean, if that's fast charging, then why not? I would like that weed too. Lemniscate. Give me that weed. Not the weed, but that weed. The Lemniscate weed. I want fast charging cell phone. Let's go. Once we dart into the building, I immediately notice the area is way too crowded for my liking. A stream of people push their way through the check-in lines, eager to receive admission. The scene of reminiscent of a herd of wild beasts blocking a water hole. I glanced back to check on our group, but they're nowhere in sight. I think we've lost the others. Good. With them gone, we have a better chance at winning the lottery drawing. I don't know if you've noticed, Mickey, but the odds aren't exactly in our favor. You must first play the game to win the game, Yama. That sounds like something a gambling addict would say. Ignoring my comment, she quickly takes her place in line. I'm a little surprised she doesn't force her way to the front. Luckily, it wasn't long before we're called next. The attendant prompts us to hold out our wrists, giving us a pair of metallic wristbands. Imprinted on them are a set of numbers, which I presume are for the drawing. I take another hesitant glance around before entering the expo. There are way too many people here. You wanna hold hands? What? Why? To prevent us from being separated. Why else? Without waiting for an answer, Misaki intertwines her slender fingers around mine and quickly leads me through the crowd. I think the whole plot of this event is just so that Yama can have interaction with each member. I feel like that's it. And then the Ferris wheel has to be with Rui. I think Rui is the only one who doesn't have anything, right? Who doesn't have any moments yet with Yama. If my suspicion is correct, the next option is for Rui. Ferris wheel is for Rui. This feels familiar. Her firm grip, her brisk pace, her resolve despite my hesitation. After all these years, Misaki hasn't changed at all, has she? She's still the same zealous girl who would drag me everywhere she went. A sense of nostalgia causes me to grin. Honestly, I've missed this. Oh, Elizabeth? The tag, laser tag? I think that's like the two of them are both on offense, right? It's not like a romantic moment, but a moment where they get to like talk to each other. Yeah, like for example, the Yahiko one is the where they can check the phones, get to learn a little bit more about him that way. Masato is the one with the drop tower. I think yeah, laser tag is for Liz. And then Airi is the robot fighting one. I forgot about the other stuff that we did yesterday, but yeah. I think Rui is the only one who doesn't have her moment yet. So I think I'm not sure. Misaki suddenly stops dead in her tracks, breaking me from my reminiscence. This looks interesting. She stands before a large rack displaying an array of peculiar-looking goggles. There's an exaggerated curve to their lenses, making them appear bulky. After examining them for a moment, Misaki grabs a pair and tries them on. They're practically covering half of her face. Let me guess, VR? Are barely able to stifle a snort. What is it? See for yourself. She removes her goggles and slips them onto my face. They feel awkwardly large and must look equally as ridiculous. There are 3 video monitors displayed inside of the goggle lens, giving me a panoramic view of my surrounding. Yeah, it is VR. I feel Misaki's hand brush against my cheek as she adjusts something on the side of the goggles. As she does so, the camera zooms in and out of focus. They're called dragonfly lenses. They're sort of like panoramic binoculars. They're kind of impractical to wear though. I remove the goggles and hand them back to her. She twirls them between her fingers and inspecting them closely. Maybe they were built to be sturdy. I guess that would make sense. Then let's try it out, shall we? Misaki draws back her arm and suddenly hurls them onto the ground. Thankfully, they don't seem to break, but I can't help grasp into. No! Girl, why would you do that? What if you break that and you have to pay for that? God. First it was Akira standing on the ride, and now Misaki throwing stuff from an exhibit. What is wrong with these kids? That means each attraction is for one of the characters. Yep, I feel like it is. That's why you have to go through all of it. Unlike the first options that we got, the one in school, where we can only choose one and then move on from it. Yeah, that's why they want us to go through all of the attractions. Because 1:1. What the heck do you think you're doing? I just wanted to see if they were sturdy, duh. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. No. No, don't ever do that. No. You didn't have to smash them on the ground, Mickey. What if they broke? Then we would have been in deep trouble, wouldn't we? Yeah. This girl. I swear she does these kind of things just to mess with me. Before I can express my annoyance, a nearby commotion grabs my attention. I wonder what that's about. With mouths agape, a group of people are fixated on a large object hovering a few meters above their heads. It zigzags haphazardly in the air as it comes dangerously close from colliding into them. From where I'm standing, it almost looks like a drone. Watch out! In one swift motion, the drone changes its course and flies straight towards us. I'm barely able to push Misaki out of the way as it spirals into the display rack. Shards of metal and glass of the drone slides across the floor, but the goggles remain relatively undamaged. It seems that they are pretty sturdy. Are you two alright? As Misaki and I regain our composure, a woman jogs over. Judging by her uniform, she must be one of the attendants running the expo. Yeah, we're fine, I think. I look over at Misaki and she nods her head in confirmation. The woman breathes a sigh of relief at this, bowing her head apologetically. I'm terribly sorry. We were performing a demonstration and that the drones stopped responding to our remote commands. A demonstration? Oh, yes. Would you like to visit our booth? The least I can do is give you a demonstration of our tech. I'm not sure how that would compensate for almost killing us with one of your drones. Actually, would you actually die if you get hit by a drone? You're gonna get scratches, right? Like some bruises and like deep scratches, but you will not die, right? Impossible, right? Did someone already die by a single drone? Did that happen in real life? Because that will be very scary if it does happen. Of course! Misaki, however, doesn't seem to mind. Wonderful! If you two would please follow me, I'll show you the way. After navigating our ways past the crowds, we come to a stop at a large military team booth. It's impressive to say the least. There are a number of electronics scattered about, but I haven't a clue what any of them are supposed to be. It's almost like someone just dumped a pile of scrap parts together and claimed it was state of the art equipment. Or maybe I really am a Neanderthal who doesn't understand technology. Nah. The attendant placed the drone, or rather what's left of it, on the counter. She takes a moment to examine the inside of the machine. With a solemn expression, she mumbles something under her breath. The Icaris are definitely not going to like this. Did I just hear her say the Icaris? Excuse me? Do you mind telling us about them? About who? The Icaris? Oh, they're part of the Lemniscate Board of Directors. This expo is sponsored by them, believe it or not. They're board of directors of Lemniscate? If Yahika is actually related to them, then why aren't most people aware of it? Unless they don't share a lot about their personal lives with public, that seems pretty plausible actually. Are you ready to see something interesting? Before I can think more of it, the attendant props a large tablet on the counter for us to see. She expertly swipes her palm across the surface, resulting in an assortment of colored patterns to dance across the screen. The patterns gradually warp into a digital face of a man. Misaki gapes at it admiringly. This is Max. Say hello, Max. I'll say hello, Max. Exaggeration. I mean, yeah. Yama is dramatic. 100%. He's a dramatic, nonchalant, rude person. Sadistic in a way. Mischievous. Yeah, that's Yama. Hello, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Contrast to his appearance, the inflection of Max's voice sounds very human-like. It's almost a bit disconcerting coming from something that looks so artificial. Max is one of our newly developed AI programs. AI? As in artificial intelligence? Correct. Well, we've made some achievements in the past few years. We're only scratching the surface of what's possible with AI technology. Max is the product of that research so far. Misaki's eyes brighten in excitement as she examined the machine more closely. What was he created for exactly? He'll serve as an automated assistant for law enforcement in the future. Ooh, really? An assistant? Max collects massive amount of data from various sources and uses the information to determine suspected criminals. Isn't that against the law of someone's privacy? What? Excuse me. What was that law again? An invasion of someone. Invasion of private. Huh? Invasion of something. Invasion of privacy, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that against that law? He would then relay his findings to the user in charge and suggest what action they should take based on the situation. But isn't it possible for him to make mistakes? Yeah, exactly. Invasion of privacy, yep. Yep. And yeah, Misaki also have a point. Highly improbable. If anything, Max would be more efficient than humans. His judgment wouldn't be clouded by emotion. I see. Curious, Misaki reaches out to touch the monitor. Forgive me for asking, but may I have your name? Startled by the machine's sudden inquiry, Misaki jumps back, holding tightly onto my shoulder. Huh? Oh, it's Misaki Kasehaya. And how should I dress your partner? He directs his question at me. We're not partners. It is nice to meet you. We're not partners. Is he purposely being sarcastic? Are machines even capable of doing that? Thank you for your cooperation. I have stored your names for future reference. Forgive me, but I must shut down in order to perform necessary system updates. Of course. Have a good rest then, Max. The attendant promptly shuts off his power and carefully places him back behind the counter. When she pops back out, she beckons us over towards the corner where a large telescopic device sits by itself. This is a laser microphone. While they're used for surveillance, I sometimes use them to eavesdrop on my coworkers. Maybe it's all about spying because it's a military equipment. That's the only thing that I can gather. It's a military equipment, right? That's why it's all about, knowing information. Yeah, large military team booth. So that's probably why it's mostly about gathering information. I guess so. She conspicuously winked at Misaki as she hands her the headphones. The attendant then aims the headphone towards one of the other booths. The device uses a laser beam that directs sound vibration in distant objects. It then interprets the data through the headphones, allowing the person to hear conversations that would otherwise be audible for a far distance. Can you hear it? Voices. Can you hear what they're saying? Misaki suddenly removes the headphones and quickly hands them back to the attendant, her cheeks flushing a bright red. What did you hear? Nothing. Let's try something else. That sure doesn't sound like nothing. If I say it's nothing, it's nothing. Thankfully for her, the building's PA system crackles to life. We are now announcing the winning numbers for the lottery drawing. If you have the numbers 1623, please report to the front desk. Thank you. Immediately, Misaki eagerly checks her wristband. Looks like you were right. You didn't win? No, I wasn't even close. For a moment, she looks like she's about to cry, but she then throws her hands up in exasperation. This sucks. This lotto must be rigged. I don't think they would do that, Nikki. And I was so excited to be in the lead. As if remembering something, she turns to me with a scary gleam in her eyes. Let me get your digits. Sure, but I doubt I won either. Regardless, Misaki quickly pulls up my sleeves. I don't believe it! You actually won! Wait, really? Let us make haste. We haven't a moment to spare. And just like that, she begins pulling me to the front desk. I'm barely able to give the attendant a slight wave as we speed off. After one of the staff confirms my number, they hand me a small box. On it, Lemniscape infamous company logo decorates its cover. You have a new phone, Yama! Congratulations! You got weed! Honestly, it's not like I really need another phone. My current one works just fine, so this model would likely just collect dust somewhere in my apartment. I hand Misaki the box. She can't seem to decide whether she would immediately tear it open or show some restraint. Are you sure you want to give it to me? These models are expensive, you know. Isn't that why you brought me here? Well, partly, but that wasn't the only reason. I just want to spend some time with you since we haven't talked much lately. Besides, it's not like I'm some heartless tech addict who just used you as a tool. I can't help but smile at that. She seemed to take this as confirmation to unwrap the cell phone from its case. No Yama can wield the field phones. But Yama wouldn't even want to use the other phone. I would keep the phone actually if it was me. That's a new phone. State of the art. New model. You know, it's like getting a Samsung Galaxy, the newest Samsung Galaxy or iPhone 16 Pro Max, you know? For free. I would keep that. I would keep that. And I would use it. You know? I would use it. I don't know why you didn't do it, that Yama, but I will keep that phone. Oh, the camera resolution is a lot higher than my current phone. Why don't we take a photo together and try it out? Photo? Of the both of us? Kinda shy, are we? Well, no, but Misaki suddenly hooks her arm around my shoulder, pulling me close. I feel my cheek press against her as she positions the phone for a good shot. Hey, cheese! I hope Misaki takes a photo with all of us and then that we can save it. That will be really nice. New phone means have to transfer a lot of data from old phone to new one. Yeah, true. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I guess it is a little bit of a hassle, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. No, it will be hard if you like have a different type of phone from Android phone to Apple. Now I guess that one is really harder. But in Android, there's an option to like copy everything from the other phone to the next one. Duplicate, was that the term? They have that options in Android phones, and I often do that, so it's not really that hard to transfer stuff. Yeah, because I'm an Android phone user and not Apple. So I guess that's on my opinion. In my case, it's easier. A lot easier. Unprepared, I'm temporarily blinded by the flash of light. It takes a moment before my vision comes back into focus. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize the flash was on. At least you didn't blink. As she shows me the picture, I can't help but cringe. It's high resolution, alright. You can see every details of my face as I awkwardly wince from the flash. Misaki, however, looks as perfect as ever. I guess she really is cut out for the modeling business, isn't she? Handing Misaki back her phone, my own phone suddenly chills in my pocket. Yama Ishimoto, what is it? Is it Shigure? Oh, it's because we suddenly got lost. Backup data and restore into other phones. For me, usually we'll ask shop people to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, that was that. But you can do that? You can ask them to do that? I have never tried that before. No, in newer phones, I guess it depends on the brand. In Oppo, what are the other phones? Vivo, Huawei. They have a prompt where they ask you if you want to copy all of your data from your old phones to your new ones. I'm not sure if it's from Google, because it usually pops up the moment you set up your new phone. So I'm not sure it's from Google or if it's from the phone itself. But yeah, there's an option for that. I think it's quite new. Yeah. But backup data restore is also another option. I just didn't know that you can ask the shop people to do that for you. I see. I see. Rui has been messaging us because Misaki and I suddenly got lost. Or, yeah, went somewhere and now they don't know where we are. Hey, where'd you and Mickey run off to? Hello? Did you forget how to use your phone? I just reported a lost child to security. We'll be waiting near the food court whenever you show up. Who is it? Rui. She's wondering where we went. Oh, then let's not keep her waiting. Because you guys didn't tell them where you're going. Misaki takes my hand once more as we both make our way out of the expo. Phone service shop that sells them also provide moving data to info. Ah, I see. Oh, maybe they can do that here too. Because that would be really nice. Another option or like thing they can do for their customer, right? I think that's nice. Yeah, but I don't know because I've never asked them before. But that's it's interesting actually. Really interesting. I see. When we meet back up with the crew, it's apparent Rui isn't happy with me. She avoids eye contact, focusing her attention at the hot dog she's munching on. Hey, look who decided to join us again. It's not like I was given much of a choice. I stared pointedly at Misaki, but she only grins. So, are you guys up to heading somewhere else? Anywhere's fine with me, man, long as it's fun. I shall leave the decision to you. You are the navigator of this expedition, Cap. Just lead the way and we shall follow, even to the depths of Hades. Oh, okay then. I pull out the map and give it another scheme. Okay, last one. There's a Ferris wheel to our right, basic but huge, looming over the rest of the park. Heights, anyone? Heights is my middle name. No, it isn't. Either way, a Ferris wheel might be our best choice. It might calm some of us who are a little overexcited. She sends a significant glance at Akira, who is currently sprinting to and fro, wildly flapping her arms and snorting. What? I'm a dragon, a breathing dragon. I'm flying. I'm a dragon. Oh my god, the ride with Yama broke you, Akira? What the hell? Calm down, girl. Maybe there has been too much excitement for that day. For the day, everyone seems to look forward to taking a breather. Right, Ferris wheel it is. Louis clicks and growls a little at Akira, who clicks and growls back. Then, thankfully, we head to the Ferris wheel without any more anomalies. The cars are small, since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible. They're only meant... okay. The cars are small since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible. Is that wrong? They're only meant to fit 2 people. I guess we're paired off. Rui colors slightly at this. Everyone seems to notice. I pretend not to. I guess we are, huh? Hey, you and Cup should share a car. What makes you say that? Well, you're a pair. Why else? Akira. Well, Rui, if you make it such a big deal. Anyway, I'm going with Masato. She shoots a significant look at the rest of the group. Oh, of course. Isaki, shall we? I believe we shall. Then I'm with her? Her name is Airi, you know. But I'd rather go with Airi it is. What? Do they think I'm blind? Well, so everybody knows that Ruby likes Yama? Is that it? It looks like you have no choice but to ride in a car together. The other prance into their respective cars, leaving Rui and me in silence. That was quite possibly the most subtle way to get us together. I guess we should board. Yeah. Next time I see Akira, we're going to have a little chat. Rui and I slip into the next car, a cozy blue box, with blue cushioned seat and blue doors and blue ceilings, dressed with white trim and white wood and white lights. Rui eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out the window. After the attendant closes our door, the Ferris wheel begins to steadily chug upwards. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling my fingers into the cushion beneath me. What? I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness, shock. I immediately move to distance myself from the alien emotion. I know. Who else would be a willing victim of your verbal abuse? Not that, you know. I feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I hadn't known that it was possible to simultaneously feel intensely cold and intensely hot. Something about her words is very discomforting, even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad, so by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid. What am I even saying? Why do you always do that? Do what? Deflect attention off of yourself. Because I'm not worth paying attention to. Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Rui care for me after all these years? Why is she the one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. Complained, whined, criticized, complained some more. Who'd really want that kind of friend? I have fun when you're around. I like our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Masato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched, but I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? It's better than killing other things. Oh, Yama. You kill other things too. Such as brain cells. It's so unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at the sudden injection of snark. We fall into silence after that piece of humor. Louis resumes staring out of the car window. I glance around, searching for another topic. Scenery? Boring. Weather? Worse. Love life? Bad idea. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say, that's an idea. I reach my arms until they're touching either side of the car. Louie turns to me, questions weighing on her brow. What are you doing? Earthquake! My voice lifts out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. Our car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Rui pales and clings to her cushion. They don't do that, guys. No. Why would you risk yourself, guys? Oh, put yourself in danger like that. Oh my god. Stop that. Stop what? You know, if you shake it too much, we might fall. Fall? Like this? I feign crashing to the side, slamming into the car wall. With more force than I probably should, Rui squeaks, instinctively reaching for me. Don't do that! It's dangerous! What's dangerous? This? I straighten and pretend to fall again, but Rui snatches my wrist and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her. I'm barely able to catch myself against her seat. For a long, long moment, we stare in silence. I'm moving over Rui, one hand curled on the seat by her head, the other instinctively clapped around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance, I can feel her breath, short and warm, brushing against my cheek. Her eyes, amber, also warm. Her hair, the color of light fire, silky, warm. Everything about her, warmth, comfort, love. Yama? Is this a confession? What's going on? And then Yama says all of these things to Rui, and then the next thing he's gonna flirt with Elizabeth. He's gonna flirt with Akira, with Bisaki, you know. Classic Yama. The Ferris wheel effect, right? Yeah, they say that if you reach the sunset, if your cart reach that very, very top before the sun sets, the two of you are gonna last long. That's what they say. I'm not really sure if it's correct, but I ship Rui and Yama though. If anything, I just want Rui and Yama together. Sorry. I finally come to my senses and plop back in my seat, staring very resolutely out of the window. What the heck was I doing? Rui. This is Rui. Rui Hayata. The girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. And now the silence is suffocating. So, we immediately pause, eyes cutting between the window and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I didn't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence. Again. We stop again. Awkward. So awkward. What were you gonna say? Just, do you, like trees? I feel the sudden impulse to bash my head into the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Sure. They're like normal trees, I guess. Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. It's so awkward. I have something to say. Is she going to say what I think she's going to say? No. I have a better idea. You don't even know what I was gonna say. Still, it's a better idea. Well, okay. She seems genuinely annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved? Relieved that she won't have to say anything embarrassing? So, what's this better idea? In hindsight, I really should have thought of something before claiming so. Not that I have the luxury anyway. I guess broken people forgets how to be human. Oh my god. Don't call them broken people. They just have a very romantic scene. Oh god. Uh oh Yama. Well, I was gonna say that a simple kind of crazy idea leaps into my head and I go for it. What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Louie's face transforms as she curiously surveys my actions. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something out from beneath the seat. Sorry, bugged. What? Why? Shh, Agent Hayata, don't make another move. I slowly peer out of the window, silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Louie's forgotten about what she's gonna say. You don't even know what she's gonna say, bro. But just for good measure, I throw myself into the floor with a yell. Louie instinctively follows. They've got RPGs. Huston, we have a problem. I start shaking the box again as Rui imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oh, direct hit, Commander! Shield at 23%! I'm a bit busy. I'm mime fighting some sort of alien and pretending to kick it out of the car. They have borders? Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do? A silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze. Let's give... The? Oh, okay. Let's give them one hell of a show. You got it, Commander. With renewed enthusiasm, she whips about, slamming her hand against the cushion. The car shakes with enemy fire, but she retains her focus. Stay on target, stay on target. The car screeches with speed as she hones in at the mothership, right at the weak point. Stay on target! Miss? Mister, it's time for you to disembark. That is so embarrassing. No! We're abruptly yanked back into reality. Rui is leaning over the cushion, mashing her hands against imaginary control, while I'm by the window fighting off non-existent borders. That is so embarrassing. The flush of embarrassment that creeps up my neck is mimicked on Rui's end. Sorry. Really sorry. We creep. Oh, it's night. Oh, it's sunset. Sunset time. We creep out of the car, feeling the attendant's eyes weigh heavily on our backs. I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, you do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. There's a pun in there somewhere, but I can't find it. We could ask Akira, she's the queen of puns. We grin at each other like a pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Louis' gaze flits between me and the ground. Yama? Ah! What is this? It happens in one fluid motion. She steps forward. I gently pinches the edge of my sleeves between her fingers, tiptoes up, and softly, hesitantly, places her her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register it, she retracts, cheeks flushing, Hmm, there's no picture! What? That's my sheep happening! No! Cringy sailboat. They're teenagers. Everything they do is cringy. Thank you. She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hand against my cheek. Why? Why would she do something like that? Why? Hey, Cup! If you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready. I force myself out of my stupor and amble over to the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. This first, think later. Where should we go next? Before I can decide on another attraction, a ringtone cuts through the silence. Masato sheepishly digs his phone out of his pocket. Sorry, alarm. I check my own phone. 6 p.m. Technically Masato's curfew. Thanks for the fun, guys, but I gotta peace. I've also some things to do, but this was remarkably fun. Thank you. You guys are leaving? But there's so many more adventures to be had. Honestly, even I'm a bit worn out from all the excitement. I'm heading back too, but you guys should stay if you want. I need to leave as well. Both of you? It's okay, Rui. We'll just have to make it up for their ticket cost. Surprisingly, Rui turns to Irie with a smile. Wanna try the roller coaster over there? Okay. Where's Yahiko though? We exchange quick farewells before Rui, okay. Airi, Akira, and Yahiko races off to a serpentine roller coaster in the distance. Okay. I thought Yahiko suddenly was gone. I split ways with the others at the academy dorms and head to my apartment. Walking along the street is a cold reminder of the true state of life. Gone are the festive colors, energetic children, and high cutting attractions at every corner. Instead, I'm surrounded by digital posters, newspapers, and the faraway whine of police sirens. Out of curiosity, I steal a glance at the digital night newsstand. Mayor conference will reveal plan over national news network by next month. Plans, government, all useless. Technically, Isamu is only doing this well due to the effort of local authority, but I can trust anyone who's paid to make decisions for everyone other than themselves. True. Excuse me? You're an academy student? You're an academy student? My attention immediately switches from the headlines to a police officer behind me. I immediately feel a thrill of adrenaline through my veins. Calm down. It's not like I've done anything wrong. Yes, sir? Where are you headed? Just passing through. He evaluates me for a moment with an unreadable expression. Come with me. We've got some questions we need to ask you. No. Bile rises to my throat. I struggle to force my mind into submission. Just follow him, just. What is that? That's an accident, right? Is that does that some has a la 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 la. I suddenly can't speak. Does that have something to do with our path? Where am I? Pulse racing, head spinning, deep breath, freeze my limbs, close my eyes. Right. Apartment sofa, shelves, plant, kitchen, television. This is my apartment. No threats, no problems, no people. I'm fine. Unhurt. I'm fine. After a few moments where I agonizingly trained my system back into its ordinary psychological state, I checked the time. 9 p.m. 3 hours gone. I suffocate to the returning senses of panic. Rifling through my phone. No new messages, no phone calls, incoming or outgoing, no emails or new appointments. In other words, no idea of what I've been doing or who I was. Why is it back? It should be gone. I thought it was over. Stop. Calm down. First, my present state. No injuries. I'm full too, so I guess I ate dinner. I noticed a handful of textbooks strewn across the coffee table. Was I trying to study? They're definitely my textbooks. So I'm fine. For the moment. Question is, what happened in the gap? I fumble over the kitchen, digging my anxiety meds out of the cabinet. 5 years. 5 years since I've had to use this. Here I was thinking that I'd never need them again, allowing myself to forget. Silly me. My vision crosses for a moment as I gulp them down. Ugh, I'll never get used to that feeling. But thankfully, my pulse slows and my breathing evens out. I let my limbs sink into the sofa, staring idly at the ceiling. Right, I'm fine. Tears surge to my eyes, but they're purely chemical. A response of fright, something that always plagues me after one of these lapses. I get hormonal like a teenage girl fresh out of a breakup, but it's just my brain lying to me. It likes to do that, my brain. It's a pathological liar. Nor does it stop at these random mood swings. Sometimes the world just seems so distant, far away, like I'm standing at the edge of the universe. If I had to describe the feeling in a word, surreal. Like I had one foot in the wrong dimension. When I get like this, I have to fight against it, remembering that I'm here, life's here, the world is here, and there are tastes and smells and sensations for a reason. But sometimes, there's just a tiny trickle of doubt in the back of my mind. Am I real? No, not that, not exactly. Of course I exist, in the technical sense of the word. But rather, am I sensing everything correctly? If my brain is lying to me about my emotion, what's to say it's not lying to me about anything else? When you hear someone talk, you don't hear it how they do. When you hear someone talk, you don't hear it how they deliver it. You hear it how you perceive it, regardless of what their intention is. The frightening, infamous words, I like you. You can be terrified, or you can be thrilled. You might even be a mixture of both. But the only thing that matters is how you take it, not how the other person said it. Maybe they wanted you to be happy, or guilty, or angry. But what they want doesn't necessarily carry across. It's the same for when you see something. Everyone looks at an advertisement a different way. Everyone takes fashion sense a different way. Presenting a piece of contemporary art in front of a panel of critics will always gather a wide range of responses, so long as the audience is extensive enough. Nothing is absolute. Everything is just how it's perceived. That's what people like to say. In my opinion, that's the easy way out. But I think that there's something absolute. Somewhere, there are rules written in stone, or the essence of an object. Something that's unchangeable and is there whether you like it or not. And yet, if there's something absolute, then some people in their perceptions are right and others are wrong. What if I'm wrong? What if everything I sense is a lie? Ah, that's right. When lapses happen, I think too much. My former therapists like to say that I'm just trying to ground myself, re-solidify my values, remember who I am. All I really gathered from that explanation is that my brain is a huge pain, over emotional, overthinking, overbearing. Thankfully, I can already sense that I'm recovering. My heart rate is stabilizing, and my breathing is even. I vaguely remember little bits of advice from my therapists. Ground yourself with something physical. Identify your negative thoughts and replace them. Accept your anxiety. It's a little alien coming back to the process after so many calm years, but I filtered through it easily, like getting back on a bicycle after a hiatus. Good. Looks like the spell's passed. I'd better get I'd better get to bed. Sleep is the fastest way to recover my memories, welcome or unwelcome. For your cooperation, Mr. Isamoto, would you like one of us to escort you back? I'm fine, thanks. Very well. Be sure to notify us immediately if you notice anything unusual. I will. What possessed me to buy so many groceries? Something doesn't taste right. How did Louis make it again? Got stopped by the police. What for? Public disturbance? I was behaving myself. Thank you very much. Uh huh. Sure. They just asked me if I saw anything out of the ordinary at school. What did you tell them? I hadn't, but I'd keep my eye out. Wow, such a tame response. I listen to anyone who has the power to put me in jail. Sure you do. Look, what? It's just, I'm not gonna be around all the time to watch out for you. You don't need to. No, like, I'm gonna be gone tomorrow, okay? For the morning. What does this have to do with anything? Just, don't be an idiot. Oh, wait. I guess that's impossible. You're in a weird mood. You're weird all the time. See ya. Uh, bye. Louis, please. Please don't do it, please. Oh, my brain is overthinking right now. I can't. Oh, God. Am I going? No, I don't want to see it. I don't want it. Time to rise and shine. Sleep is a marvelous thing. Everything looks brighter after a good night's rest. And sometimes, when you have random memory lapses, you get to recall events that you were once forced to forget. For example, the police investigation. Thankfully, it didn't look like anything unusual. I should have known that, honestly, since I didn't find myself in prison. Bought groceries, made dinner, called Rui, nothing out of the ordinary. The only potential lapse trigger was being approached by the police, but from the looks of it, I had nothing to worry about. So that leaves me with a typical relaxing Sunday with nothing to do. Good, I can deal with that. What's this? Some days, I like to look at the sky and figure out what the weather will be like instead of reading the forecast. I'm usually wrong, but it's pretty fun. It seems like you share a secret with the sky. Is there anything you like to do, even if it doesn't make much sense? What the? Crimson Crusade? Who's that? Sorry, I think you have the wrong address. I'm just about to stuff my phone back in my pockets, but it immediately lights up again. I don't think so. What's your name? Right, that's not sketchy at all. My name is Guru Kapolti, and I'm an obese mountain troll who dines upon the flesh of humanity. This time my phone remained silent for a while. Satisfied, I lowered it. Really? I see. Why do you own a smartphone? The heck? Are you discriminating against me just because I happen to be a mountain troll? And to answer your question, human service providers are much better than troll service providers. Who is this? What am I even saying? I see. That makes sense. If that's the case, how's life been as a troll? I can't take this person seriously anymore. I tossed the phone on the top table without replying, cramming more cereal into my mouth. What a weird individual. When that happens, you don't reply. Block. Block immediately. You don't have to reply. Especially if it's a number you don't know, okay? Guys, be safe. Be safe. You don't need to entertain any messages you got, okay? Hey, no government macro last night. I know, but he kind of passed out, so with the anxiety meds, anxiety meds that he took after the lapse he got. So it's okay. We'll catch up the latest episode soon. If there is one. Even if it was kind of fun that they played along. What is it now? What's this? Oh, Ishiyama, television, post haste. What's up? Intrigued, I switched the television on. I'm greeted with yet another lovely news report. Trustworthy sources have informed us that the sudden string of disappearances has increased to 3 innocent students. And this time, we must look not only for assistance but for the truth. It is well known that the authorities have recently set their sights on demolishing the infamous forest of Isamu. Curious, really, that this misfortune follows hot on the heels of the recent push for the Building Act. Perhaps, in an odd way, the Isamu forest is simply fighting back. What? No! What the fuck? I immediately shut it off. Sensationalist news, as usual. What did you gonna want me to see? What the hell? I don't see anything new. You never see anything at all. Look harder. This woman, what's up with her? You already know that there were 3 disappearances. Everything else is just hearsay. The news can't know for sure that the Isamu forest has anything to do with the case. They're just scapegoating it as a part of political movement. Unless Shiguro is saying that the media's accusation is suspicious in and of itself. Come to think of it, why would they be so quick to point fingers at an insignificant little forest? Of all things to blame, trees? Maybe she wants me to investigate. Then again, I'd rather not go alone. Hey. I wait for a few minutes, but there's no response. Alright, she said she'd be gone this morning. But it's kind of past morning, isn't it? I check up on her social media. No check-ins, no photos, no statuses. No, not since last night at 11 p.m. After curfew. Back at her dorm. Just like the other 3. Quick! Oh my god, no, not Rui! So I know I sound like a creep, but what are you doing? Still nothing. I struggle to quench the rising sense of panic as I turn to another source. Hihiko, have you seen Rui? Yeah, where? Yesterday, dude, we were at the park, lol. I mean after that. We went back to the dorms. So you didn't see her? No. When did you last see her? Like 11:30 or something? Why? Nothing. Don't panic, you're overreacting. Keep calm. Akira. Akira would know. Akira's our roommate. Hey, Saperoni Commander, how goes the date? The what? Louis said she was gonna meet up with you this morning. She did? Yeah. She seemed super excited about it too. She was gone by the time I woke up. So, you guys having a great time? Wait, he doesn't know. No one knows. Rui's been gone since 11:30 last night. Disappearances, Forest. I have to go now. No, my baby Rui. I tear out the door and pull up at the nearest bus stop, which just so happens to have a bus parked in front of it. I step to the opening doors, but just before I place a foot in the step, the narrow entrance seems to squeeze me at all sides. No, not now. I force myself forward. That's it. I try to. My feet shuffle to a halt. The rumble of the bus engine seemed to spread through the pavement directly into my bones. Look, kid, are you getting in on or not? I'm working on it. I don't know, maybe open the door again? You can control that, right? My response is just as snappish as his question. Why can't I just put one foot in front of the other? I have more important things to worry about. I need to get to that forest. I've got a route to take, so the doors are. Oh, okay. The doors are open. He just couldn't get in. Okay. I'm sorry, bus driver. I suck in a deep breath, close my eyes, and throw myself into the bus, shakily pushing my phone against the tall scanner. I don't open them even as I rush into the nearest seat, groping for a handhold. The door closes and the bus rattles to life, charging down the street. I should be fine. No, I would be fine under ordinary circumstances. If I was with my friends, or if my nerves weren't on edge, or if I wasn't worried about the disappearances. No, there's no use for wishful thinking. I have to keep myself under control. Oh my god, I'm gonna ready. Okay, I'm gonna ready, guys. Just for some if something happens, some games that needs to be hidden, I'm gonna hide the screen if that happens. I stagger into the forest when my mind is still spinning. The forest is blocking me in on every side as I thrust through the beaten overgrown. I'd always thought that the government was exaggerating when they didn't want to demolish this place due to bad luck. But now that I'm actually in the midst of it, I can see where they're coming from. I'm not the superstitious type. Never have been, never will be. I take what I see and smell and feel with my own senses. Hearsay is secondary. Emotions are untrustworthy. God, but there's nothing to rely on. Not out here, where everything is wild and flourishing, full of garish color and foreign textures. Some tree sap rubs off on the sleeve of my sweater. It slowly molds from red to green to blue and black, like a chameleon made out of honey. That's not normal, is it? Guess I wouldn't know what's normal out around here. It's not exactly a place I would choose for a leisurely stroll. From the moment I entered this place, I was under the impression that I stepped into a world where laws of physics were different. Gravity is heavier, the air is more resistant, energy seems to sap away into nothingness in favor of being recycled. It's a ridiculous thought. My mind, which has had to cram an unfortunate numbers of facts about physics and geology, and astronomy and biology, knows this. Why does why does such an irrational thought seem so appealing? The Isamu Forest, a dense segment of arboreal terrain that's been untouched for decades. When Isamu was growing, the solution seemed obvious. Cut down a good part of it to allow room for new residential areas and corporate buildings. A rational idea, an agreeable one. So they started demolition with a team built of ordinary, competent individuals, ready to do what they've been doing for years. Except when they entered the forest, everything went wrong. In the span of a single day, the group of demolition experts deteriorated into a ragtag bunch of fleeing victims, each claiming a story more ridiculous than the last. A went crazy and B killed. What? And killed B? The bulldozer became possessed and started trashing the equipment. Aliens dropped down from UFOs and lasered the charges. The thing was this, only half of them had come back alive. Of those half, not one was declared sane. They were all sent to asylums, where they wasted away until their death. It was the gossip of the town, the equivalent of an internet sensation, the Bermuda Triangle of Japan. What glorious entertainment! A lovely horror story to tell at slumber parties, a stark moral warning for environmentalism, a feast of fodder for the tinfoil hat conspiracies. After all, humans are endlessly fascinated by the misery of others. Over time, the thrill died down. Nothing out of the ordinary was captured on footage. People stopped visiting the area. The rat of the forest was just another urban legend. But after I researched the event in middle school, after I found that it was a true story, it lurked constantly in the back of my mind. It's something we just if something was just a group of trees, it couldn't hold that much power, could it? Couldn't there have been at least one rational soul, someone with a better grip of reality? The only answer to that question is if there really was no way to withstand anxiety, sorry. Whatever happened to those decades ago, it drove 100% of a large group out of their minds. That's a definite success rate. What's to say it won't do the same here and now? I stumble up around the broad trunk of a towering tree, my eyes roving through the gnarled basket weave of spindle branches. What am I looking for? Wait, what am I even doing here? Why am I even here? I take a moment to close my eyes. Deep breaths, ground myself. What am I feeling? What am I smelling? What's that? I pause abruptly, scared to take another breath. Now I'm just being stupid. So I breathe deeply. The air is warm and thick, sliding down my throat and with a mix taste of chocolate and iron. It leaves a sweet residue on the back of my tongue. Trapped. It's the first word that comes to my mind, extracting a reflexive stab of panic. You're trapped. My fingers tremble as I reach out to the trunk to steady myself, but they only land on some sticky, milky substance. What is this? I quickly pull away, but the tree emits a sickly slurp. Nothing to hold on to. No, I gotta keep calm. I've got to think. Someone's depending on me. Who? Who's depending on? Sigure? Sigure wants me to know. Wait, someone needs my help. Louis! Louis has been gone since last year? Yesterday? Yesterday, Louis was gone, and today, Louis was gone, and he might be gone forever. You're alone. I roughly shake my head to dispel the fog in my mind. Louis is depending on me. If Louis was kidnapped, would she even be in the Isama forest? Why am I? Oh, Figure's task to investigate the forest. Everything is mixing up in my head. Shigure, kidnapping, Louis, forest. My foot suddenly collapses on something solid. It crunches beneath my feet, and a sweet vapor wafts through my nostril. I sluggishly turn my gaze underfoot, lifting my shoe. Mm-hmm. What the hell? What? Bones. Rui's bones. Stubbed into the ground like incense at a funeral. Should I cover this? They opened their mouths. They start laughing. Their crackles grate at my eardrums, freezing my veins from the inside out. Late, late, late! No! I stomp at the bones. They fragment to pieces beneath my feet. The scent only intensifies until it clogs my nostril. I'm not late. The bones melt. Is this an hallucination? It has to be twinning and steaming into the earth, a black pool immersed in caramel. They're gone. I'm free. I'm gone. It's okay. The pool congeals into a humanoid figure and sludges over my shoes, dripping blood against my legs. We'll be fine. No. Yeah, this is hallucination. Oh god. No, 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 damn it. I blindly reach into the pool, flinging my arms, tearing it apart. It burns my hand into crumbling residue, but I continue to stubbornly wrench at it. It's okay. Get out! Finally, the pool shreds into bits, emerging along my arms. My hands rematerialize. The fingers are stained with blood. No, we'll be fine. No! I shake my hands rapidly, but the liquid stubbornly clings to my nails. I rub them against the grass, but even as the ground stabs into my fingers, the blood refuses to budge. What's wrong? Shut up. Shut up! You're too late. I'm not late, I'm not. I can't handle this. I can't handle this, not anymore. I sink to the ground, overwhelmed with darkness, bones dancing before my eyes. Hey! I jerk up, vision eerily clear. I'm still shaking uncontrollably with my mind blurry. No bones? Ah, okay! Oh god, no blood, no bones, no pool. What what just happened? What are you doing here? Oh, okay, another character. I jump at the sharp voice, which is coming from the stern policeman standing a few meters away. My first reaction is relief. Another human being. No more than that. A police officer. Someone who can get me out of here. Then I noticed that his fingers are gliding over the electric baton at his waist. I quickly raise my hand, trying to pull myself together. Isamu citizen! Yama Ishimoto. ID? It takes me a moment to recall the digits through the haze in my thoughts. 5324895 643 634. I mean 5324895 634. The man pauses, eyes roving across the inside of his sight code, probably matching my name and image to the Isamu database, and managed to catch a glimpse of the badge pinned to his chest, which bears Police Captain Katsu Kobayashi in bold, clear-cut letters. A police captain here? Why is a police captain in the forest? You're an academy student? Oh, you're an academy student, sorry. His sudden prompt snapped me back to reality. Yes. Yes? What are you doing here? I work to speak past the lump in my throat. I'm looking for a friend. His eyes clearly darken in suspicion. In the Isamu forest? Yes. I want to bite back, to say something sarcastic, but I'm barely capable of registering sound, much less supplying witty repartee. Katsu taps at his side code, turning to speak to someone over intercom. Yeah, kid, academy student. 5324895 634. Non-hostile so far. Understood. He whips back to me, hands still hovering over his baton. I instinctively shrink backwards, trying to stay coherent. What's your friend's name? 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 Oh, Shigure. Shigure Enomoto? No! Rui Hayata. What's wrong with me? Rui She's been missing since yesterday night, 11:30 p.m. I thought I saw the news and I thought everything's everything coming out of my mouth sounds still stilted and contrived. My hands are shaking on top of my head. How do you know Shigure Enomoto? I don't. I do. I know her. Yes. So I gathered. How? Case. Fitness. Something. He touches the tip of his side coat then frowns. You are not listed as a witness for any case within the past 5 years, much less under Shigure Enomoto. Panic bubbles in my stomach and out of my mouth. Assistant! I'm her assistant. You can ask her. What business would Enomoto have in the Isamu forest? I don't know. Just stop it all. Look, Yami Shimoto, I'm not sure aware of your position. Given the circumstances of this morning, you are currently our primary suspect. What? He snorts in disbelief, but pauses, his attention suddenly turning to his side coat. Superintendent, I believe that unverified, hence my suspicion. Remarkable. Understood, sir. He looked to me, eyebrows set in clear distrust. Enomoto has substantiated your claim. You are cleared. Regardless, you must vacate the premises. My head is still spinning. There's so little that I understand. Primary suspect this morning? Vacate the premises? What's going on? Simply put, you are standing in the midst of a crime scene without clearance, so get out. My body acts before my mind does. I instinctively rush away without a word, walking on autopilot. Crime scene? The forest was a crime scene? And I was in the middle of it? Did they find a body? Are the disappearances actually murders? It's only when I return to the city that I come to my senses. Rue is still missing. Furthermore, I didn't even learn anything useful from the Isamu forest. Nothing close to what Shigure insinuated I might learn. If anything, I just made myself a top suspect on the police list. And what the hell did I experience in that forest? It wasn't a lapse. In fact, I've never come across something like that before. The closest thing to which I might liken it is being high or drunk, but I don't have a proper frame of reference for either. So what could have caused it? Aside from that, there's something far more important. Louis' absence. Could she really have been kidnapped? Could she be dead? Or I wouldn't even know about it? Fragments of my vision in the forest return to me, but I shake them away. No, she has to be fine. I jump as my phone suddenly trills. Despite my calm process of thought, it seems like I'm still on edge. Louis, is that you? It's Akira. Okay. It's back. Top of the morning, Commander. Louis just returned to home base. Thought you'd like to know. A sign of relief passes my lips. Louis fine. No disappearances, no kidnappings, no murders. Well, that was anticlimactic. But still, where has she been? Why didn't she tell me that she was okay? Hey, what's up with all the spam? I told you I'd be gone all morning. Anger burns through my vein and I jam my phone in my pocket. Spam? Does she know what I've gone through this morning? One little text, that's all I need. I'm fine. I'm okay. Heck, even go back to sleep, Yama. No, it's not her fault. She did say she would be gone all morning. Damn, I'm a wreck. Now what? That's Shigure. Has to be Shigure. Oh, Sama Imperial Boarding Academy rooftop. From Mickey? Did we arrange something? I don't recall any recent conversations with her. That must be the explanation. Sorry, that was meant for Yahiko. Ooh, so it was a mistake. Yahiko and Mickey. Really? Wait a minute, Yahiko? Why is she meeting Yahiko at the school rooftop? No way. It can't be. We've only known each other for, what, 4 days? And Misaki? Misaki has more common sense than that. I need to get to that rooftop. Why? Why? I swipe at the entrance gate and a hurried sprint later. I break onto the roof, bracing myself for horror. Instead, I find, well, not a confession scene, thank goodness. A mass of people are scattered about. Some are donned in festive clothing, while others are clad in black jackets and emblazoned with crew on the back. Among them, a stocky man yells to a large megaphone. Hey! The food candles are too high. Get me a scrim! And you! Where the hell are you putting that sandbag? It's a C-stand, you idiot. Put it on the other leg. Sorry, Director. Yuzune, where the hell is your kimono? I need you fitted right now. Is this a film set? Why are they shooting here? On the school's rooftop of all places. Intrigued, I decided to take a closer look. Judging by their setup, it seems like they're trying to replicate a festival. Booths are aligned straight down the pathway. A number of people, mostly women of varying ages, mingle among each other dressed in traditional kimonos. A brilliant flash of bright purple catches my eyes in the sea of dull colors. From this distance, she almost looks like... Diffuser set, sir. Right. Everyone take your positions. Camera! Rolling. Sound. Speeding. Light. Kazuyaya, scene 1. Yamaku, take 1. Marker. Action. The cameras focus on the girl dressed in purple. As the group of girls around her chat animatedly, she remains disconnected from the conversation. Her head is lowered as they drift from booth to booth. Cut! Perfect! The crew relaxes into quiet murmurs as the director reviews the footage. I stride closer to the set for a better view. It's Misaki. It's actually Misaki. However, as soon as I blink, she disappears among the sea of actors and crew members. It all happened so quickly. I wonder if I merely saw an illusion. Where's Kusunoki? We haven't been able to contact him for a while, sir. What do you mean? Haven't been able to contact him. He's the other talent. His manager's not picking up. I need Kusunoki for the next shot. Get me Kusunoki. Yes, sir. Yama? I almost jump at the sudden voice behind my ear. Misaki is holding a bottle of water, her eyes wide with surprise. This is no illusion. For a moment, my mouth runs dry at how stunning she looks. You look nice. Fantastic. The paradigm of verbal eloquence right there. Thank you. What are you doing here? Huh? Here? Where am I? Oh. Yeah, about that. It's not like I can just say that I thought she was confessing to Yahiko. Where's Yahiko? I don't know. I texted him a while ago, but it doesn't seem like he's coming. He mentioned that he wanted to become a model, so I thought he would be interested in watching a film shoot. Oh, well, that's really thoughtful of her. Makes me wonder how big Misaki is. It's not like she gets recognized on the street or swarmed by hordes of fans. But small-timers don't just pick up TV commercials, do they? Hey, you, boy! A crew member runs up to me, then stoops over, clearly out of breath. You wanna be a star? Do I what? He clasped his hands together, bowing pleadingly. Please, I'm begging you. My job is writing on this one. We can contact our actor and we need to shoot this scene during noon. And our permit ends today, so we can shoot tomorrow. If I can find someone, the director will he'll Saki, is this guy for real? He seems pretty serious. Please, you look photogenic and charismatic, and your proportions look identical to Kusunoki's. Besides, it seems like you know Kazehaya, so there'll probably be chemistry and rapport. He's making this incredibly ridiculous. Its suggestions sound like a logical solution. If you ask me, I say you should try it. You were always good at acting, weren't you? It's not like I'm a professional, Mickey. Come on, it'll be fun. I don't know. Should I really? Oh God. Okay, I'm going to save just in case. Where is Yahiko though? I feel like if we go to modeling, that would be something that Yama will not do. So I'm thinking of going to modeling is madness. Although I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Because this one is very not Yama. I'm pretty sure Yama will not say yes to a suggestion like this. And he doesn't want to put himself, in the spotlight. So, going to go with modeling is madness. That's the only answer that I can think of. Sorry, I really can't. Are you sure? The man seems genuinely terrified for his life. I feel a pang of guilt. But I might actually be doing him a favor if I had ended up ruining the commercial. Yeah, I agree. See? You're right. You'd be cynical about it. It's, classic Yama. He won't say yes to that. Yeah, sorry. Well, I won't force you. As he slinks away, I give Misaki an apologetic smile. Aw, you're no fun. You would have looked great in a kimono. She says this playfully, but it's clear she's disappointed. Will you be able to find another replacement? I'm sure we will. Somehow. Hopefully. Okay. Have a good shot, Misaki. Thank you. Bye, Yama. He sweeps back to the film scene, leaving me to my own devices. Yahiko, if he ever comes, he can do it. For a moment, I'm tempted to stick around and to take a look at the filming process, but I decided against it. The last thing I need is another reason for the police to suspect me. I exit the rooftop and head to the school courtyard to cool my head. When school's out of session, the courtyard is relaxing, quiet haven for any student looking to catch a breath of fresh air. I settle on the nearest bench and close my eyes, taking slow, controlled breaths. Maybe just taking some time to relax isn't such a bad idea. I'm fidgety and anxious, a poor mood if I want to spend time with friends. But can I really rest easy? His appearances on campus, seemingly without pattern, merciless and sudden. The academy was supposed to be invisible. If it didn't want someone to enter, no one could enter. If it didn't want someone to leave, no one could leave. There's a reason the tuition is crazy high, and it's not because of the teaching quality. The security measures needs to be strong enough to protect the kids of government officials. corporate officers, and on visit the mayor himself. The academy is really the only school that can keep its students completely safe. Well, at least that's what it's supposed to be. But now, uh huh. Hey, dude, wanna go get some GFC? Rest of us are here. Hello? Dude, you're missing out. Come. Right. Guess that's enough morbid thinking for today. Yahiko, you didn't go to the modeling? Why? After a couple minutes of uneventful walking, I reached to the familiar ambience of the local General Fried Chicken. And they're all here! Yahiko cheerily waves me over, brandishing a formidable drumstick in his hands. I settle next to him, keeping my eyes off of Rui. For some reason, just looking at her brings back a flood of negative emotions. Good of you to join us, Minion. What took you so long? My insides burn with anger, but I keep my gaze on the table, taking a moment to steady my voice before I answer. I was busy. Where you running? Are you getting back into track? No thanks. Oh, I know. You were practicing for my lessons, weren't you? Sly move, my good minion. Did you woo any ladies? I guess. I don't miss the flash of pain that crosses Rui's eyes. I'm stricken with a twinge of guilt, but I shove it away. Wait, really? Damn, our boy's growing up. I don't know, she hasn't responded yet. The lie passes smoothly from my lips. I grab a piece of chicken to quell the nausea in my stomach as Rui quickly straightens, absent-mindedly playing with her hair. That probably means that she isn't into you. Figures. I have no clue who'd be interested in Yama. I tighten my grip on the table with my free hand, fighting to stay calm. Maybe there's no reason for a girl to wait if she's interested, right? There's no reason for a girl to wait if she's interested, right? Right. If she liked me, she would have told me right away. Exactly. Girl! I'm sorry. Yama? That's what Rui is trying to tell you, but you keep on cutting her off because your busy ass couldn't handle it, okay? Damn, I'm a jerk. Good thing you know! Good thing you know, I angrily tear into the chicken, biting with such force that my jaw aches. Yahiko stares between me and Rui, concern lining his brows. Are you two okay? Huh? I, I'm fine. It it feels like you two got in a fight. We haven't, she says this hesitantly. I know that she herself doesn't know why my mood is so terrible. Honestly, I have no one to blame but myself. I thought that I had given myself enough time to calm down from the forest episode, but apparently it wasn't enough. Maybe you need someone to, talk to? Because what happened there was traumatic. And your trauma with Rui, missing. That's another, additional trauma. And now I'm taking it out on the only three people in the world I can call my friends. Dude, we can't help you if you don't want, if we don't know what's wrong. I almost jump at how serious his voice is. I know, I brought a terrible mood into this place. I need to shake it off. The time at the forest is completely over. My only task for the rest of the day is having fun with my friends. And fun doesn't come with sour attitude. Sorry, I heard a pretty creepy story this morning, so I'm a bit on edge. That's pretty much the whole story when I brought it down. It sounds pretty pathetic. A creepy story, huh? A creepy story? Sorry. She shoots me a concerned glance, which I honestly deserve. I'm not exactly known for being gullible or superstitious after all. I shake my head at her, which Masato seems to take as guilt. Don't worry about it, man. We all got our off days. Ah, thanks. Oh, how do you say it? If we're talking about creepy stories, I have a great one to tell. It's an urban legend that's been around the academy for forever. It's called the Vanishing Janitor. What kind of dumb name is that? Well, you know how we don't have after school cleanup, right? Yeah, because the school costs an arm and leg to attend, especially without scholarships. Everyone knows that we have a janitor. You see him collecting garbage, bagging it up, and stacking it in the cart. Wait a minute, didn't I have to remind Yahiko that we had a janitor? Guess his observation skills have finally leveled up. He's not really that dumb, you know. Like I said, I feel like the dumbness is just a mask. He's actually a smart, genuine guy. That's Yahiko, I think. But he still drains me out, you know. But I think he's a smart person. But have you ever noticed that the janitor never actually walks out the gate? Well, of course not. It's a visual eyesore that would be damaging to the school's image. Then, good minion, my question to you is this. Where does the trash go? Now that you mention it, it is pretty odd. Oh, I see what you're doing. What you're saying. The dumpster is outside of the school by the street near the back of the campus. And the front gate is allegedly the only way to enter or exit the school. It's why the academy is considered to be safe. But the janitor don't take the junk out of the gate, which he'd had to in order to reach the dumpster. And that's our predicament. Interesting, very interesting. I wonder what the explanation could be. Of course, I have my own theory, which is the janitor actually has the ability to travel to another dimension. It takes all of our trashes in the line of missing socks. You know how you do a closed cycle of laundry with a certain number of pairs of socks, but you always come out with one extra sock? It's because one of them spun so fast that it vanished to the other dimension. There are little wormholes here and there, too, like under the bed or couch and behind the laundry machine. It's why they spontaneously disappear, only to reappear again. So that's where the janitor takes the trash, the same dimension where there are missing socks. Excuse me, wait. Okay. This is simultaneously the most brilliant and most stupid idea I've ever heard from you. It's the classic Yahiko. The classic Yahiko right there. I agree with that. You lost me at dimensions, man. Ha! Your plebeian mind simply can't comprehend my sheer intellect. It's sure alright, but not in the sense you're thinking. Well, now that Yahiko's finished with his conspiracy theory, what do you guys want to do for the rest of the day? It's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. How about we head into town? Town? You mean District 8? Yeah, ain't that where all the lively stuff happens? It's the most affluent district in Isamu. So there's definitely a lot of flourishing commerce and technology. But usually, every recreational activity comes with a heavy price tag. I guess, yeah. Thinking of anything in particular? Don't know. If something catches our interest, we should check it out. Huh. A normal day of just kicking back. It does feel like it's been a while since we've hung out together. Even going to the amusement park yesterday was, in some ways, more tiring than relaxing. I'm down. Sounds like fun. We finished up the chicken and head to the subway. It's less crowded than usual, probably because today is technically a weekend. Like all other Isamu subways, the platform is immaculate. There's no sign of dust, much less any scrap of trash. Quality public transportation seems to be a big boasting point of the city. There's hardly a whisper of sound as the doors seamlessly slide open or as the subs barrel down the rails, solidifying the care crafted into the station. I'm getting sleepier now. Gotta rest my eyes. Glad I could join. It's okay. Thank you for joining me. Good night, White Cat. Good night. Sleep well. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're able to join the stream as well. I'll see you next time. Good night. We board the next train to District 8, an affluent street with skyscrapers that seems to fade into the clouds. Good night, Kaha. Ay, good night, Kaha. I read that one. Good night. You're welcome. Good night. It's packed at this time of day. Sidewalks full of rich housewives and groups of teens on shopping trips. The bright lights of stores displays shine with deceptive welcome, as if the workers care about something other than the wallet size of their customers. Just down the street, I noticed a familiar mop of red hair in front of the large gaming store. Ooh! Irie? Irie, right, Irie. Oh, isn't that Irie? I peer over the crowd of heads to the other side of the street. Yep, it's definitely Irie, staring emptily through the glass display without a care in the world. Oh yeah, the little one. Maybe we should invite her to hang out with us? Are you kidding? Her? Oh, calm down. What could she possibly do to you? Well, clearly there's something wrong with her. She didn't fall for my irresistible charms. Uh-huh. But it gets even better. I did a little digging, and it turns out that anyone who talks to her mysteriously goes missing the next day. Really? Oh, give me a break. Yama and I talked to her 2 days ago and we're still around. Give it time. This is ridiculous, Yama. Do we invite her? We should invite her, right? Oh, more decisions. Oh god, yes. I guess so. Yeah, will save us. I don't know. I feel like all of these are going to be important in the future. Sure. What? How do you betray me like this? How could you betray me like this? Thanks. Okay, go get her. Me? Who else? I'm about to protest, but Rui shows me into the street the moment the lights turn green. Hey! Go! Sighing, I plod across the street, weaving my way through the crowds until I reach the gaming store. At a closer glance, I realize that Irie isn't blankly looking at the store. She's smiling, purely, lightly, with a genuine sparkle to her eyes. I almost feel like I'm interrupting something important. Hi? Irie turns to me, her expression openly curious. Huh? Fancy meeting you here at this place. In a public street, in front of a game store, on the weekend. Actually, it's not very unusual, is it? Again, no response. It'd be easier to get other action out of a brick wall. So, what kind of game are you interested in? Kirby? Pulemon? Irie only smiles and points to a far corner of the store. A twisted poster of terrifyingly grotesque zombie rise from the fog of the special Left Alive. Oh my god, Left Alive display. Wait, what? Left Alive? Yes. I rack my brain as to why a cute, frail girl would be interested in such a horrific game. You like Left Alive? You can save creatures from their miserable lives. Uh, so, do you like Summon Allegiance? Nimbus? Those kind of shooters? No. What other games do you like? What is that? How do you pronounce that? Fogue? Fogue? What? How do you pronounce that? My mind automatically goes to a bag.
Fugue.
A fugue. Okay, fugue. Melody phrase. Plus awareness of one's identity. I see. It's very, very dark of you to Heidi. That's very dark. You mean, how do you pronounce it?
Fugue.
Fugue. Fall of Shadows? Yes. You like the adrenaline rush? I don't play it for fun. Then why do you play it? It's educational. I have a bad feeling about this. How is it educational? It shows me how I would never want to die. Something about the way she says that is terribly ominous. Almost like a girl who's planning her funeral before her wedding. I see. We fall into short silence as my mind runs back. I don't even remember what I was supposed to be doing. What games do you like? Me? Anything with a good story, I guess. Visual novels? Sure. What kind? From what I've played, Unright, I guess. Destiny, Departure Dawn was long, but good, and Kanteki Shonen, I guess. Great. Way to sound certain. Irie gaze drifts off into a distance. I can't tell if she's thoughtful or bored. Maybe talking about visual novels bore her. What was I supposed to be talking about again? Gosh, you take forever. Rui pops up next to me, almost as if out of nowhere. So did you. Me? Crossing the street? I was giving you time to invite her, idiot. Alright. Hanging out with us. You wanna join us? We're gonna do something fun, probably. That sounded really creepy. What? You don't actually know what we're doing. Well, how about this? He points to an advertisement in the corner of the shop display. Café de la Takes. Oh, peas. P. God, I can't hear it properly with how loud the sound of the game is. Café de la P, right? Karaoke now open for business. I see. Interesting. I remember that Café de la P has another branch in this district, but I never expected it to open for karaoke. Karaoke sounds fun. Nothing like belching your lungs out after a day of running. My ideas are always the best. Heidi, you wanna come with us? Please, it would be more fun if I wasn't the only girl. Yeah, it'd be nice to have an actual girl around. Yeah, it would. Yama tries the best he can, but he just doesn't cut it. This seems to even amuse Irie, whose mouth tweaks upward in the barest facsimile of smile. Facsimile? How do you... I swear. The words? in this game is so broad. I know it's so huge. I mean, facsimile of smile. It's my first time seeing this word. However, I see her eyes narrow a little, still processing my question. Karaoke? Yeah, just some friendly competition to show off our voices. Not that you'll have much competition in the latest position. Oh, Yama, don't beat yourself up. Your voice isn't that bad. I'm a lady now. Did I seriously walk into the joke twice? I'm losing my edge. However, it elicits its intended effect. Irie finally shares her gaze with us again, and her smile returns. Very, very well. Really? Great! Okay, it's karaoke time! She eagerly pulls Irie along as Masato bolts down the street with renewed vigor. I notice that Yahiko follows at a cautious distance, uncertain in his eyes. Entering the cafe brings, it's the same cafe, brings a sharp sense of deja vu, with the notable exception that there's no uptight British cashier at the counter. When we inquire into karaoke, we're shown to a small yet comfortable back room with clean wooden panels and velvet carpeting. It feels less like a cheap room for belting discordant tunes and more like a miniature stage at a theater. Okay, clock's ticking. So I ain't spending much time on explaining. We'll choose one song except the judge. Who's the judge? I volunteer. What? Hell no. Yeah, you're not getting away that easily. I ain't singing without my rival, rival. Better pick my word carefully here or I'll have to actually sing. We are rivaling. Your skill as a contestant versus my skill as a judge. Oh, very smart, Yama, very smart. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Are you serious? But I want to hear him sing. Fail. Look, we gotta get this competition underway, so I'm moving on. Yama's the judge. We all sing a song. That seems simple enough. But wait, there's a catch. You gotta sing the song that the person on your right chooses. Well, that's hard. This means that Masato would choose a song for Irie, Irie for Yahiko, and Yahiko for Rui, and Rui for Masato. Oh boy, this matchup is going to yield some interesting results. Okay, time to choose. Masato passes around a small tablet, and each person takes their time selecting a song. I wonder what they're going to choose. Knowing Yahiko and Masato, I'm sure they'll pick something weird. But what about Irie and Louie? Finally, they all seem satisfied with their choices and settle onto the couch. I clear my throat, dramatically tapping a finger against my armrest. So, who's first? No response. I guess I'll go first. Sorry. Brave soul. She walks up to the miniature stage where the microphone is set up. You better not have chosen something weird, Yahiko. Don't worry, I choose the opening to my favorite anime. Wait, wasn't his favorite anime Super Heart Magical Girl Lyrical Chan? What? Rui fails as I struggle to hold back my laughter. Good luck, Rui! By which mean, this will be hilarious. This song is called Lovey Dovey Magical Heart Prism. She must regret going first. Rui timidly touches the screen to start the song. An energetic, bouncy tune begins to play. accompanied by Yahiko enthusiastically bobbing his head. Yahiko is so Joannes. Love is friendship. Love is magic. Love is... Oh god, her high-pitched voice combined with off-key vocals pound my eardrums mercilessly. Love is everything, sugar and spice and everything nice. I don't know what song this is though. I love you forever and a day, forever and a month. I love you forever and a year. She grows into a little ball on the stage as the song finally comes to a close. Is it over? Is it? Yes. It's over. I'm free. We manage to clap lightly as Rui descends from the stage, her knuckles white from gripping the microphone. So, how was it? I have to choose my words wisely here. It was colorful. Yeah, it had personality and depth. An original performance. Original in more ways than one. Thankfully, the others nod with me in agreement. Rui smiles at my vague compliment. Thanks, guys. Masato, are you going next? Yep, lay it on me, Rui. What did you choose? I don't know. I pick a random song. I wonder how this will turn out. My song is called Immediately Explodes a Stream of Vulgar Words. I didn't even know so many inappropriate terms could fit into one song title. I take a quick peek outside to make sure there aren't any little kids around. Okay guys, you ready? What did you What did you pick? No, I'm not. Here we go. Of course, we censored that one. I never heard so many expletive song in rapid succession like that in my entire life. The look on Rui's face make it seem like she's been scarred. Even Airi's eyes widened throughout the performance. Thankfully, the song is even shorter than Lovey-Dovey Magical Heart Prism. Our misery is short-lived. That was awesome. Thanks, man. What do you think? What do you guys think? Sorry. He looks expectantly around the room, but Rui and I fix our gazes on the door. I shouldn't have picked a song at random. You shouldn't have! In the first place, Rui. An awkward silence pervades the room. I guess it's my turn. She walks to the microphone with a dispassionate expression. She doesn't seem to be even slightly embarrassed, which I find surprising. You should be honored. This is a good song. Oh, please don't let this one be as bad as the last. I feel like Airi is a good singer. Airi gives the screen a brief glance but shows no reaction to the title she sees. She only picks up the microphone and immediately starts the song. A rather lively ensemble of drums, bass, and guitars play. Characteristic of rock and roll. Airi grips the microphone with the charisma of a professional, okay? Oh, picture! Oh, the sound though. She taps her right foot to the beat of the drum, and when the lyrics pop up on the screen, she puts her lips close to the microphone. You're from Mars and I'm from Earth, and you were birthed as heroes first. With that, am I hallucinating? Is that beautiful voice really Airi's? I told you! Whereas I, just born as little old me in a small town, normal as could be. Wow, wow, that was so monotonous. Wow, she's actually great. No, better than great. She's amazing. You are hot and I am cold, and neither of us do what we're told. I can feel the powerful emotions coming from her angelic voice. It's like she was the original singer. But don't you see that this could be a sign? Her dance movements are perfectly synchronized with the lyrics. I feel as though I'm attending an actual concert. that we were meant to be? I can feel the joy emanating from Airi as she sings. Her face is lively and filled with energy, a stark contrast to her normally expressionless face. That we are totally complementary. The song completes its last beat, and Airi, panting heavily, places the microphone back on the stand. She wipes the beads of sweat from her forehead. She then immediately regains her usual poker face, as if what had just happened was merely a dream, and approaches us awaiting for our judgment. How did I do it? How did you do? That was the best singing by far. Her was probably on the same level as a professional singer. What was that loud there? Was that normal? I guess. I think. Yeah, I guess. Her singing is wonderful. You should do an encore. Hell yeah. It was right good. I guess it was alright. I mean, at least it was better than Louis singing. Heh, he's starstruck. It was great, Irie. You have an amazing voice. I don't know you like those types of songs. She gave a slight nonchalant shrug at my words. I don't. They are too easy. Wow. You thought that song was too easy? Now I'm curious as to how would have sounded if Masato had picked a more difficult song. Well, now it's my turn. Let's see what song you choose. In a similar fashion to the rest of the group, he hops up onto the stage and looks down on the screen. Oh, you choose one of my favorites, Death by Devils. Is that really your favorite? That doesn't sound too friendly. I pick it randomly. Oh, okay. Not another random selection. I'm worried about this one. Oh, image not found again. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, give me a sec to warm up. This song's a doozy. He clears out his throat multiple times before grabbing the microphone and starting the song. A blast of heavy metal bursts from the speaker. I cover my ears from the sudden spiked volume. Yahiko must have increased the volume. Yeah! Oh my god, what is this? He screams almost knocks me backwards. The others are just as dumbstruck as I am. The devil sends his demons at me. I got no choice but to fight for my own survival. I can barely hear the lyrics he's shouting out. It's more like he's screaming in tune than actually singing. It's actually not bad, just strange. Come on, get it out, pound it out, yeah! He stomps on the stage, hands sweeping up and down in an imaginary air guitar riff. Falling into darkness, the wrath of terror is past, sinking over my head and clawing at my last. He powerfully leaps up, landing with a finishing resonant chord. I can feel my heartbeat slowly returning to normal. So, how was I? Honestly, it was a lot better than I was expecting. It was definitely different, but not in a bad way. I ain't ever heard someone sing like that before. Man, how do you scream like that for the whole song? Nothing to it. You just pick up the microphone and scream as loud as you can. And when you feel like your throat's about to fall off, you keep on screaming. Masato stares blankly at Yahiko, as though he just asked the dumbest question to the dumbest boy in the earth. Which he did. Well, I guess it's time for me to pick the winner. In my opinion, I already won by landslide. Now all I have to do is... Hold on a sec. I forgot to mention that the winner has to sing a duet with Yama. Wait a minute. Great idea, Masato! Dang it, Louie. She knows that I don't like to sing in front of other people. She's just trying to rub it in. Maybe if I stall for some time. Come on, hurry and pick someone. If I can escape the situation, then I'll just have to pick the least deadly poison. Yahiko will most likely pick another screamo song. In that case, all I'd have to do is scream in the tune for a couple of minutes. Or I can choose Airi. She sings so well that it would easily overshadow my horrible singing. The problem is, if I pick Airi, that would convey some weird messages. I tried to send her a subtle apologetic look as I turned to Yahiko. Well, Yahiko, you ready to belt out another one? Of course I am! Excellent choice, my good minion. I'm clearly the best singer here. After Airi's performance, I'm not sure I can agree, but he's certainly not incompetent, that's for sure. Rui and Masato, on the other hand, seem to disapprove of my decision. They're staring at me like I had just made a terrible mistake. Here's the really nice slow one called The Reign of 20 Years. I'd had done it earlier, but it's a duet. Wait, a slow song? Yeah, it's a slow, powerful ballad. Oh, I'm looking forward to hear this. Oh, crap. If I'd known this would have happened, I would have picked Airi. I can't sing slow songs. Nevertheless, Yahiko starts the song, which is hailed in by an elegant piano intro. Oh, the camper is a-glowing. The clouds brew in the sky. I set my pen to paper, thinking of you tonight. Oh, he nods at me eagerly. I feel sick. Don't you see that we'd be perfect? Cause, darling, you're divine. We can continue while Ari looks passive as ever, and Rui seems to even, dare I say, enjoy me singing. Masato is doubled over in laughter. I quickly plopped the microphone back onto its stand. Huh? Where are you going? I'm morally opposed to singing this song. Why? You're not that atrocious. He thinks to... Oh, sorry about that. But we just reached the best part! With one large breath, he blows in a vibrating warble. The reign of 20 years falls through the earth in tears. I tried. I don't know what songs they're like referencing to in this segment. We instinctively clamp our hands over our ears. Note to self: screaming is not the same thing as singing. I stand on the hill, my arms extended. Make it stop! Somebody make it stop! Heck, even Airi is wincing in pain, and that's saying something. Oh, the mountains, they sing their songs. Oh! Someone yanks the cable of the karaoke machine and the music abruptly cuts off. I send my praise to the heavens. Hey, I was almost at the bridge. The cable dangles from Airi's fingers. It's getting late. Yahiko clearly deflates at the lost opportunity to belt, but I quickly grasp this chance to end our misery once and for all. We'd better head out before we get into trouble. Yeah, you guys have curfew, so I hurriedly ushered the group out of the room and we returned the key to the counter. Then again, despite all the terrible singing I've heard, the experience has been pretty fun. When we reconvened at the main street, everyone seemed pleased but worn out. Phew, that was an afternoon well spent. Now that's a good way to end the weekend. So, we heading back? Yep. Actually, I've got some errands to run around here. We'll join you. No, I'll be just fine. It's, for women's things. Yahiko instantly pales, but Masato only nods in understanding. Masato is such a good brother. He's such a big brother. That's the vibes he's giving all the time. I, on the other hand, raise a curious eyebrow at Rui. He has never, ever used that kind of excuse the 10 years I've known her. She noticed my questions and only shakes her head with an odd little smile. See you guys later. She dodges into the nearest store, disappearing among the crowds. It's almost my curfew. I'll head back with you, minion. What are you going to do? Me? Actually, I don't have anything planned for the rest of the evening. And maybe I should visit Mr. Yota's office and say hi. I'll drop by the school. You got it. Goodbye. Good. I'm glad he wanted to speak to Mr. Yota. Mr. Yota will help him with what happened the whole day. I can't believe Yaman just brushed off what happened and just suddenly wanted to hang out with the rest of the team, you know? What happened is not something that he can just sleep on. It's traumatizing. But we part ways and take the subway back to the academy. As Masato and Yahiko enter their dorm, I head to Ryota's office. Mr. Ryota seemed surprised at my unannounced drop-in, but not displeased. He ushers me into the office with a faint smile. Interesting. Didn't think I'd see you here. Do you have an appointment soon? Who? Me? Nah. I'm pretty much a free bird after I verify curfew. Why do you get paid again? Hey, you clearly don't know how difficult my job is. I have to sit here and wait for kids to scan themselves in the building and report the ones who don't by curfew time. Doesn't necessarily set oneself up for popularity. No, I imagine it doesn't. So, looking into the disappearances, are you? I'm surprised. Oh my god, I thought something moved. I'm surprised at the acute observation, but I really shouldn't be. Mr. Yoda has proven that he's intelligent, even if his attitude needs a little work. I noticed that the detective was with you yesterday. You know, on the roof. Does that mean you're gonna stop me? If the school has something to hide, then Mr. Yota would be the one tasked to stop me. Huh? Now, why would I do that? What? Look, kid, there's a lot of security around the school. Lots of regulations, privacy contracts, anything you can think of and beyond. As faculty, I can't share any personal information on the students, or I get in massive trouble. But there's some stuff that you really need to know. People's lives are on the line. True. Lives? Don't act dumb on me. You must have figured out by now that these are murders. I had a hunch, but when he says it so flatly, I lose my breath. These students who had once lived normal lives full of homework and social drama and extracurricular activities were now gone. The reality of it seems very cold and bleak. So what are you saying? Doesn't it really bother you, kid? Murders are happening, but no one's telling the public. They're just mysterious disappearances that are blamed on the bunch of trees. Well, it does suck, but the government has always hidden all kinds of things from the public. You're saying that you're okay with that? What if the next disappearance is me? Or Masato? Or Rui? I can't answer that. Just this morning, I was stricken senseless at the mere thought that Rui was the next disappearance. I'd even boarded a bus and gone all the way to the Isamu forest. I'd completely lost all rational thought. You're right. But what are you saying? All I'm getting is that I need to know stuff that you can't tell me. I'm not allowed to tell you. That doesn't mean I can. Do you get what I'm saying? It means that he wants to save people, but he could lose his livelihood. Sharing confidential information won't just result in pink slip. He could be blacklisted from every future job. He's trusting all that on me, the world's most serious NTA. Will you sign it? I appear to have this trend of making dangerous agreements recently, so sure. Mr. Yota's shoulder dropped just slightly, a lack of attention that I hadn't sensed. Of course, all the burden is on him. If I break my promise, I'll be the one to pay. Or if someone overhears, he'll be the one to pay. I'd better take him seriously. So, what do I need to know? There's a weird trend of the victim that I thought you should know. I'm guessing there's a reason why you're informing the police. I'm guessing there's a reason why you're not informing the police. Heh, you get me. What exactly does that mean? The police are our best bet of catching this killer. What could I do compared to them? And what is this weird trend? Give me a moment. He reaches into his drawer for his faculty tablet, tapping rapidly on its surface. A moment of waiting passes before he gracefully bangs it on the table. I hate computers. We'd all be dead without them. True. True. He continues on. The distant look in his eyes clearly shows that he's thinking of a fonder time. You know what was great? My desktop iPair. Man, that was the best. Stable, awesome, and a killer will of a fan. You guys don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. I guess so. What I remember from old computers is the loud internet connecting sound. You know, when you try to connect your computer to the telephone internet. I'm not sure if you guys have that, but in the Philippines we do have that. And it makes a loud sound that is very nostalgic when you hear it. Like a connecting sound. You always have that every time we open the computer because you need to connect the internet. So it's something you have to go through every day. Way back then. That's kind of weird. No casual user has desktops anymore. Oh, and icon phones. Man, phones these days break if you breathe on them. Breathe on them wrong. Icon phones? They could probably survive a nuclear blast. Oh, there you go. Finally working. Oh, what did you do? He punches rapidly at his tablet screen. Then, apparently satisfied, settles back into his chair. What an old man. Let me browse through a quick refresher. Hello, Kaiser. Connecting PC with telephone line for internet? Dang, yeah. I went there. I've been through that, yeah. I'm old. You can say it. I'm old. Let me browse for a quick refresher. As his eyes rove over the screen, his mouth settles into a thin, disturbed line. Right. You know how the entry student application to the academy requires a psychological analysis by, a qualified physician? Yes? Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? We're Asian. So you experience it too? That's so many T's there. You experience it too. There you go. We old. The two of us are old. Yeah. My age. The age gap. Nah, it's fine. Everybody knows my age anyway. I think I have told everyone my date of birth, even the year. So, it's fine. Everybody knows I'm old. Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? Let me read these and see what you think. Okay, Midori Mayano, the first disappearance. Chronic social anxiety, suspected autism. Oh, okay. Oh wait, you don't know yet? I'm I'm 27. No, not really. I'm 26, but I'm turning 27 on September. So, yeah. I don't know. Old in a way. This September. Yeah. September 8th, 1998. That's me. I am 27. Wait, I need to write this down because I need to remember it. I have a goldfish brain, as you can see. I'm not really a bright person. Suspected autism? Okay. He was an artist, hold up a lot in her room, but she made the most beautiful paintings. Soma Hayashi. Always out the party scene, kind of screwed up kid, to be honest. September 8th. 9898. The easiest way to remember it. My birthday. 9898 Hayashi. Okay. What's wrong with Hayashi then? Oh, shit, I forgot. I didn't see that. He was always causing trouble to get some attention. He had to slap him on the wrist a few times for vandalism. He was practically Michelangelo when it comes to drawing the lower half of the male body. Okay? Thanks. I totally don't need to know that. Akane Tsukino. It's a really sad story. Had a lot of potential. So all of them are good at drawing? Let's go! Here we go. Here we go. Wait. She was the vice president of the student council and started the badminton club. Special internship at Nanniske. It was. Her family put a lot of expectations on her. It was the key to the better life, you know? A breeding ground for depression, if you ask me. Scholarship winner? And she has a boyfriend. How's that? Yeah, Shoji. I know. So, those are the 3 victims. Seems like they had some concerning psychological problems. I mean, they're all perfectly acceptable levels of mental illness, but there's not a single average report. In fact, most of the conditions sounded pretty serious and confidential. I can see why Mr. Rota was reluctant to tell me, but this pattern really could be the key to unlocking the mystery. Thank you for telling me. I'm kind of curious, kid, why you're taking this so well. Sorry? You just found out that 3 students at your school were murdered. That's pretty unsettling news. Oh, thank you. Are you listening? You're listening? Alright, I'll go back to radio mode on your stream now. It's okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Good luck on your work. Good luck. I mean, he didn't took it well, actually, when he found out Rui must have been missing, you know. He kind of went really dark there, Mr. Yota. He's just not telling it to you. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna tell you. He was in a very bad shape for sure. It is really theft, a permanent condition, something that students really shouldn't have to face. My reaction must seem odd. Should I be hyperventilating? On the contrary, this is pretty refreshing, but also concerning. I'll admit that. Well, I won't question it tonight. It's getting pretty late. You better get going. It's not safe for students to be out and about. And out and about anymore. Yeah, your stream's on background. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for listening. For using my stream as a background noise. Good luck with work. You can do it. I still don't know what the three of them has to do in common. I'm assuming art or mental illness. I'm writing those down. Mental illness. Yes, for sure, this is the last stream for Lucid9. It's gonna take a long while before I come back to stream it again. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna forget some stuff. It's better if I write it down now before I lose track of it. More than that, I'm thankful that he was able to trust me. Oh, it's so late. Oh my god. I leave the school after Mr. Ryota gets a campus security patrolman to escort me home. Seeing policemen inside campus unnerves most students, so they're mainly kept for border patrol, making sure that no one enters or leaves the school. I've barely seen them, to be honest. They probably don't act unless something suspicious crops out on the gate sensors. Oh, is it Shigure? What do you want? It's late at night. Hello? Where are you? Her voice is clipped, leaving no room for any extra conversation. Good evening to you too. Your services are required now. I'm a little taken aback at the shortness of her tone. Seems like some urgent business. Okay, I'm in front of the school. Very well, I'm nearly there myself. Don't move. Sorry? Well, that was unexpected. If I'm honest with myself, what kind of business could Shigure have at this time of the night? Ishiyama? Shigure struts out of the shadows, her face completely expressionless. Did it occur to you that I might have things to do tonight? It did not. Come, this way. She turns on her heel and begins to strut down the sidewalk. We traveled in complete silence. Definitely a first. I'm only able to bear it for around 10 minutes before things get too uncomfortable. You know, if you're mad at me, you might as well just say it. I should discuss these psychological problems with Shigure. No, what am I saying? You'll wonder if my sources are accurate. I'll either have to tell her my informant or I'll have to drop the issue. And knowing Shigure, even if I don't give her the identity of my informant, she'll figure him out eventually. Shigure takes a turn into an area that I instantly recognize, for better or for worse. Nothing is as welcoming as the smell of rotting litters, cigarettes, and traces of burning drugs. I cover my face with my sleeve, yup, in a vain attempt to block out the foul smell. How bad is that smell though? Isn't this District 6? Don't tell me you're giving me another test, aren't you? A quiet Shigure is far more unnerving than an abusive one. I almost miss her cannon and verbal assault. We have arrived. She gestured to a large, beaten down apartment complex before us. The dilapidated buildings and littered streets around us don't do wonders for this district's notoriety, that's for sure. What are we here for? An inkling in the back of my mind whispers, to kill you without anyone seeing. But I shove it into some crevice of my brain. Chigure withdraws a simple index card from her jacket pocket, showing it to me. This. There are only three numbers written on it. 338. What's that? An apartment number? She only nods. I follow her down the path between the apartments, surreptitiously glancing around for any signs of suspicious figures. This is definitely not my idea of vacationing spot, that's for sure. Finally, Shigure comes to a short stop in front of a door with the number 338 emblazoned on it. She clears her throat for a second, takes a deep breath, and knocks lightly. Tries. Give me a minute! The voice that comes from within the apartment is light, feminine, and nothing like what I expected. It's followed by the sounds of scraping, shifting, and screeching as if a number of heavy objects are being moved around the room. Come in. Sigurd tries the doorknob, and it turns with ease. It pushes open the door, and I step inside, unsure of to expect. In front is the front room is neat, tidy, and utterly plain. The only messy feature is a few cushions scattered idly on the floor, topped with several popular magazines. Well, if it isn't the great detective herself. Oh, another person! My attention turns to the large couch near the center of the room, upon which lounges a small framed girl. Her clothes are edgy but neat, although her eyes are a deep chocolate brown. There's there's some of the coldest I've never seen. I swear that I've seen her before. What brings you to this side of town, Enomoto? Shigure sits on the nearby cushion stiffly. As always, I am deficient of requisite intelligence. Oh, yes, you're always lacking in intelligence. Shigure bristles. Of the informative sort. It's a battle of the brains, I guess. The girl only smirks and turns to me. The predatory glint in her eye snaps everything into place. Natsuki Tanaka. And the interesting, unnerving friend of Elizabeth. Oh! It's her! The way she sits, the clothes she wears, even the colors of her eyes, they're all drastically different from school. But I know with certainty that she's the same person. The angles to her expression, the tilt of her posture, it's exact same. It's exact same. Oh, how interesting. I thought that I'd have a swarm of a swarm of questions, that I'd be shocked, but I'm not. Not really. I almost feel like a small part of me had been expecting something like this. Odd. Especially from Natsuki. Is being a student just a cover, or are you actually one? To be or not to be? Surely that is the question. She really clears her throat impatiently. As content as the two of you appear exchanging pleasantries, I'm here regarding a matter of urgency. Natsuki? Natsuki raises a single eyebrow. You know my price. Ah, yes. How much yen shall... Don't feign ignorance, Enomoto. It doesn't suit you. Your almighty brain should be able to remember something as trivial as my currency. Shigure flashes at this. What, certainly you didn't think I would forget something as important as that? Oh, it's so hard to read the two of them for some reason. I always stutter. I don't know why. But certainly you didn't think I would forget something as important as that. Shigure mumbles something indiscernible while pulling her cup over her face. Maybe that's why she's so quiet. She wasn't angry at me. She was dreading coming here. What would you have me do? Natsuki catches my eyes, a mischievous glimmer in her gaze. What's your favorite animal, Ishimoto? And do choose something reasonable, not a duck-billed platypus, yes? What for? She only winks at me. I guess I'll have to give her an animal to find out. Oh, I'm a dog person. I love all animals. But I choose dog. Because I have a dog, so I'm gonna choose dog. Dog, I guess. She smirks at Sigure, who sends me a look of horror. Are you gonna bark? Ishiyama, we will need another talk concerning your pay. Natsuki cheerily, I don't have a pay, so... Girl, you have nothing against me. Natsuki cheerily vanishes into the adjacent room. When she emerges after a few minutes, she's holding a full-size dog costume. What the hell? What is on, Enomoto? What is going on? Grumbling, Shigure yanks the costume over her clothes and zips it up. Wait, what? There, satisfied? She really did put it on. Give me a nice, loud bow wow. What? Bow wow. Seeing Shigure so subdued is pretty unnerving. I can't believe that such a proud person would stoop so low. Just what kind of person is this Natsuki? Now, Yama Ishimoto, a dog is incapable of speaking English, so you'll have to be Shigure's mouthpiece. Before that, however, I believe we have some catching up to do. What are you, an ordinary... what are you? An ordinary, ignorant civilian doing caught up in a nasty business like student murders? I want to fight for what is right. Okay! I'm gonna save again. Just in case. I want to fight for what's right. It's something... I don't know. I guess Yama would say I work for Shigure. Yama would not openly declare justice. From what I think of. From the past... From all of the way how he... Yeah, I think Yama would never ever act like a hero. For sure. Although, did he acted righteous before? I'm not really sure. I mean, saving Airi from the bullies, I guess. That was righteous. But he only did that to protect Rui. I'm gonna go with I work for Shigure. Did Enomoto pick you to work for her? Oh, isn't that precious? Two useless fools bumbling around together. A washed-up, headstrong detective who is blinded at the first sign of murder, and an irresponsible, selfish teenager who takes nothing seriously. Oh, are we fighting? What is going on? All of a sudden, there's so many options. Isn't Shigure a professional detective? At least we're trying to help. I want to know. If she's lying to me, she's lying to me. Natsuki's grin widens. Please, that amateur? She shouldn't be sticking her nose in this sort of things. Both of you should be leaving this to the professionals. With your level of competencies, even a fountain of information would be of little use. You can't exactly say that to the police. You can't exactly say that the police are doing a much better job. True. I mean, they are covering tracks, you know. Please. The police are about as professional as taco selling clowns. Are you not aware of the pathetic state of their CCTV coverage? Why no one can hardly see anything that happens around the city? I'm sure Enomoto found this as an unpleasant surprise while she was investigating into the school. Really, the students' obsession with privacy is just adorable. Think how easy the killer could be caught with a few more cameras installed. Sigura visibly grits her teeth at least, but to her credit, she says nothing. I, on the other hand, have to clench my hands against the underside of the table to keep my temper. Still, we want it. Oh. And what are you going to do with it? Look at it because it's pretty? I'm gonna sell it like you. Oh, that's harsh. Wait, I need to save again. I am going to say I'm gonna help others. I'll use it to save lives and stop the repulsive killer. Oh, how childish. I'd rather be childish than be a pretentious jerk. She only laughs at this. You're cute. And maybe I should keep you. Can I keep him in a motto? I will. She waves her index fingers at Shigure. What are dogs supposed to say, Enomoto? Bow wow. I think that means I can keep you. Her treatment of Shigure sends a spiral of nausea straight to my gut. What a deplorable human being. I don't even have an answer for her. She's as worse as Shigure. Natsuki evaluates my expression for a long moment, and something in her face changes slightly. Would you like a drink? Well, that wasn't sudden at all. What, are you gonna poison it? That's a bit of a rude assumption. Not exactly a baseless one. I do show courtesy to my guests. Yeah, because you've been so very cautious. Cautious. She continues to examine me, a slight smirk pulling at her lips. Good to know you aren't as weak as you appear. Would you like coffee, tea, milk? Rule number 1, don't ever get inside a house of a stranger. Rule number 2, don't take whatever they offer you. Okay. Some manners would be nice. She ignores this, heading out of the room. She faintly calls behind her as she leaves. I wonder what our little puppy should have. I do have a rotten bone I've been meaning to throw away. Maybe she can chew on it. Oh, despicable! Shigure huffs at this, but keeps her mouth shut until Natsuki has completely left the room. Then she pulls herself over to me, her voice low and urgent. Take control of the conversation and get the information. I can't stand much of more of this. I mean, the fact that she's doing all of this, she probably really wants that information. How am I supposed to do that? I don't even know enough about the case. Natsuki has amazing connections. She has informations a lot of others don't. And so long as I pay her what she wants, we can get it from her. What am I supposed to ask about? Shigure opened her mouth to answer, but at Natsuki's approaching footstep, she quickly shrinks back onto her caution. Natsuki re-enters the room, placing a glass of iced tea before me and a glass of water before Shigure. Surreptitiously sniffs it, which she catches. If you don't mind, indirect kiss, I could sip it for you to prove it isn't poisoned. I'll pass. She smirks, settling on the couch. Guess this is my chance to ask some questions. So, how do you and Shigure know each other? Shigure shot me a dark glare as if to say, what does that have to do with anything? But I ignored it. As you may have noticed, we have this symbiotic exchange from time to time. I have information information that she needs, so she pays me for it. How can we know that this information is reliable? You could be lying to us. Natsuki raises an eyebrow, seemingly impressed. And Amoto thought the same on our very first interaction, so I gave her a free trial period. She's yet to find me wrong. Isn't that right, doggy? Well, bow wow. And there you have it. She turns to me expectantly as if waiting for my move. I wonder what I should ask about. Oh, more. There's more. Oh, it's 4:41 a.m. Okay, I can't continue this, guys. I am so sorry. I feel so sad that I have to end here because this is finally like the information that we want for so long. 3 long episodes. And we're finally having the information that we want. But I can't stay long because I really need to sleep. It's almost 5 o'clock a.m. I can't, guys. I can't stay long. I'm so sorry. But I will end here. This is going to be the last Lucid9 Inciting Incident stream. I'm not sure when I'm going to do I'm going to continue, but certainly we have to, especially if there is already a development with I know it's 4 already. It's so late. I have work tomorrow. I can't. So yeah, I will certainly continue the game. I'm just not sure when yet, but I will let you guys know. Especially now that we are finally having more evidence. We have 2 evidence now. Something about them staying at the dorm, you know, and then 11:30 curfew, but apparently they're not there for some reason, but they signed in. And then the second one is they have mental issues. Apparently all victims have mental issues. So mental health, something to do with mental health. And then now we're going to learn another one. And that's something, an improvement. We need that. Consider making social buzz account. I have Twitter and TikTok and Instagram, yeah. But the saddest part is I'm so caught up with work I cannot edit clips. I'm editing my own clip. I compile them all together, one stream, one compilation, and I'm so full with work that I couldn't edit. That's why I couldn't post anything in my social media, which is sad, really. I have. It's a site? Social Buzz? It's a site? It's a website? For like donations? Is that what you say? I thought Social Buzz is like going through social media and making noise. Oh, wait, okay. Pause, guys, pause. Someone's here. Hello? Okay, I really need to end here, guys. I really need to go. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Next week. Bye!